Am I gonna do the intro again, or are we just gonna start off? Just start off, yeah. So, yeah. I guess we'll kind of. I guess you can kind of recap, and I'll add anything in, or I could recap, and then you can just do whatever. Oh. I can hear you. Oh, you mean over in the, like in YouTube or like here? I can hear you here. I can hear you on Discord. I can also partially hear you through the wall. But Discord can't hear you through the wall. Right. Left. Bonus. Oh, sure. Let me go ahead and, I don't know, mute this. Oink. Oh, wait, it was muted. Ha. Never mind. We're back.
Hello, my little foxies. I was under the impression that, Omen here could not be heard on the stream.
Really?
Yes. So, my bad. That was a technical oof on my end.
Are you saying I couldn't be heard last time either?
No, you could have been. You were.
Maybe.
No, you were being heard. No, I was talking about the fact that if I unmute to determine like a Discord thing and I'm live,
oh, so you're telling me that
you're listed under streaming chat. So if I unmute it in one area, it unmutes in all the locations on the Streamlabs.
Oh,
so you were basically talking to yourself.
What do you mean?
Summary. That's, yeah, we need to do that.
Oh, that's awkward way to start the summary.
Yeah, that is. I have to admit, that is the awkward way.
All right, not knowing how far back we went, as far as completely completing sections. Well, you guys had some casualties, or at least injuries, and you mainly recovered some individuals. Went back to the camp. I know this has already been done. You guys went back to the camp, and the Knight Lieutenant of the 2nd Infantry had decided that the injured and whatnot need to be sent back to the keep. You guys stayed over the night. So the point is that the keep, or the camp itself, was assaulted by bandits utilizing sleep poisons and whatnot.
Yes.
Which seems to indicate that they were not trying to kill people but take prisoners. However, in their zealous attempt to take everyone down, they managed to accidentally kill one person just by overloading them with just weapon wounds. One man, Menon, managed to fight them off on the way down, and there's corpses everywhere, which were then stacked and piled in a particular location. Any identifying things about them, as well as poisons and such, were taken up and searched. Obviously, poisons were looked into by Nam.
Yes.
And ultimately speaking, you guys needed to go back into the tunnels anyway, and Rista saw no point in leaving this position until something more was established. Mainly because when you went back into the tunnels, you didn't get very far. I mean, by that I mean you didn't actually get back to the full extent of where you had been.
Yes.
However, during your search, you did come across an exit that you had come across before, and finally decided to actually take a look outside.
Correct.
Upon looking outside, you could get a better glimpse or a better overlay of the gorge itself, noting several cave passages leading into the rocky, craggy sides of the gorge, and all that fun stuff. Down below was that sweeping, gloomy forest that seemed to be thick with some sort of malaise or miasma or something. But you followed the left cliff wall along, according to our notes, until you came across a sizable entry. So, basically, 60 foot up from the gorge floor, about 30 feet past the tree line on the western wall, you found a rather imposing cave. The entrance being 15 feet tall, and a haphazard jumble of debris is scattered around the opening. It looks like a mixture of bones, cloth, rusted metal, moldy hide is just a bit of the rubbish that you can see. You also became aware of a strange smell upon your approach. Now, mechanics-wise, you did roll a 1 on a 6, which means there should be an encounter coming up, which has partially been determined.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean like something just instantly appears. So you guys are holding your standard formation. You are traveling with, just to reiterate, people you had traveled with during the expedition on Horror on the Hill, TM, whatever that wanted to call it. Your guards and companions you've had before consist of Dominic, who is a part of the 2nd Infantry, Gregory, who is part of the 2nd Scout Unit, a pretty skilled thief utilizing a bow and dual daggers when need be. DeGaunt, who is the Knight Adjutant of Dame Rista, and he is basically your designated bodyguard. And then there's you, who is basically one of the advisors to the Margravine, as she's currently being called, although most of her people are trying to push to change this quote-unquote borderlands into its own principality.
Yes.
Behind you and DeGaunt is Kiana and Curry, both priests of the God King Gilgamesh, which is more of a hero than a god, but don't tell them that, they'll be pissed off. They are in service to Gilgamesh in the house of Shamesh and Ishtar. They wear gilded armor and masks that have more Babylonian feel to it, the curling beards and stuff of that nature. All of which is pretty much, they're a walking treasure trove. Behind them is Livia, also part of the 2nd Infantry Unit, paired up with Estienne, who is also part of that unit. And you guys are moving in pairs thus far. Any questions? Or anything you remember that you think is important to bring up?
We're single file on this cliff.
Well, that would make sense.
So
it would go standardly Dominic, Gregory, DeGaunt, you, Kiana, Curry, Livia, and then Estienne bring up there.
Yeah.
That's how it dials in. I did mention the formation about 0.5 seconds ago, which was silly of me to call it double. However, the entryway looks sizable enough for you to go there, although you would have to pick through the rubble carefully.
Correct.
And I happen to screw around with the pages, and now I need to make an adjustment. There I am. I'm back. Okay. Weldy, weldy, weldy.
Excuse me.
DeGaunt, since silence has occurred, DeGaunt basically leans over to you. Well, advisor, are we going in or are we backing out of it?
It is probably best to oversee what this location has, given the fact that our way back right now may have goblins or hobgoblins.
Gregory, with his extremely limited tracking skills, that's not what he's hired on for, goes ahead and takes a look from the front section of the party. He cannot make heads or tails of what's up here. There's definitely signs of passage, but he's not sure what it is. He doesn't know how long ago it was, or any other significant information about what was here. The passage of footprints and to that nature is a jumble. What he can agree on is that it goes into the debris. And it's very hard to track in the debris, at least from here, because you guys are not anywhere. You're near enough to see it and the cave, but you're not like in it.
No,
you're probably 20 feet away from it.
Yes.
The debris is at best knee high.
That's true.
And at worst, ankle deep, and there's places you can walk through.
Yeah. So it would definitely, if we want to go past it, go to check the other passages that we.
What I will point out, though, is that the bones are generally humanoid in nature. By that I mean bipedal, possibly humans, possibly goblinoid. It doesn't care. And there's also signs of wildlife. One of the things is that judging from the smell and the look, you would assume wildlife doesn't generally come down here, or at least wouldn't.
Right.
So
that's a good notation. Yeah. So there is definitely wildlife here.
Yeah, not enough, but indicating that something has been dropped here. So there's bones, mostly humanoid in nature, i.e. bipedal, sentient. Cloth, obviously, rusted metal, moldy hide, and several other pieces that you can almost make out, but at this angle and distance, you can't really tell.
Indeed, and I was going to voice my concern would be whatever might come out of it if we plan to leave it alone to go to the next potential cave that we might be able to reach, because this is still a potential maybe path.
DaBun says, I think we can both agree that we can't leave this at our backs, so clearly, unless we double back to where we came from, we're definitely going to have to enter this place, foreboding as it is.
I agree. So let's keep our guards up the best we can. From the looks of it, though, they're not picky about what they eat.
Yeah. That's troublesome.
Very. That was me clearing my throat.
Well, maybe you've got a dry throat. Okay.
Maybe.
Give me a moment here to check something.
Oh, I will.
Okay. Interesting. All right. As you're moving your way forward, Dominic pensively looks back and then starts moving along the cliffside. You guys hear a disturbing scream from down below. It's muffled by trees and vegetation, but it is pretty clear it's abrupt, and you can't see what might have caused it.
Oh, that's not good. that is not good.
Interesting encounter.
That is an interesting encounter. That just gives me foreshadow of something going on. Well, we can't pinpoint what it is, or really by the sound because of where we are.
You know it came from the gloomy forest below for sure. There is echoing normally, but it's been muffled by the trees and drifts up from below. Otherwise, it'd be echoing across the canyon, and yes, you absolutely wouldn't be able to tell 100% where it came from.
But to know it's down below in the gloomy treetops makes a lot of sense why we can hear it.
I mean, it's directly below you.
Yeah. That's my agreement there.
Just to reiterate, unless I hadn't described it before. All right, just in case I had not mentioned it before. A thick tangle of brush and trees choke out the light, and a foreboding mist lingers low to the ground in some places. It seems to be lasting long into the morning from where you guys are. You're still not even at midday.
Oh, that's a yeah.
There's a stench, almost unbearable, that's rising in this particular location. And you think you can see movement, but can't tell what it is, almost writhing amidst the fog.
Intriguing.
And of course, then you had a piercing scream that ended abruptly, which is usually not a good sign.
No. Usually it's not. But that is something to keep note. So in the gloomy forest below. Is a source of a scream.
Yep.
Well, there's not much we can do for that, so we are probably best to continue on with our mission.
Absolutely. Dominic, proceed. Well, clearing his throat and wetting his lips slightly, Dominic in his chain armor with his helmet kind of just trudges forward. Gregory moves along behind him, obviously quieter. They come across the first bits of debris, and just offhand, Dominic notes that there's a broken lantern laying in a particular area, as well as a partially ripped open sack where iron rations, i.e. tins, can be seen spilt amongst the gravel and roughness of the rocks. It seems that there may or may not be things that could be salvageable in this area.
That is a good note, yeah.
So he continues, since there does not seem to be any indication that he should be bouncing around grabbing things.
Not yet, no.
Gregory whispers something to him nearby, which he doesn't quite completely catch, mainly because he's whispering to the side of a helmet. And then he continues forward, weapon now drawn. At this point in time, he starts with the crossbow. It's a good single fire ready to go, which has a tassel or a tether on it, strapped to the belt, which is technically known for being dropped. It's a light crossbow or medium crossbow, however you look at it. So he does that, and I believe he is also has a shield, which he's bracing it atop the rim as he moves forward. Gregory pulls his bow, and he didn't really actually he wouldn't have put it away. So Gregory's bow is actually out. At this point in time, he knocks an arrow. Because you guys just left a place he might need to shoot people, so he's still up in the open. That was good range. Behind him then is DaBun, I believe, and then you.
Yes.
You come across the strewn debris itself. Go ahead and roll a perception first.
All right. Let me get that all situated. All right. I had to reach over to get my box of dice.
Yes, please.
So a perception.
Yep.
All right. Rolled a 2.
All right. You see, as you're moving through, partially exposed from what looks like a sizable chunk of rock, the breastplate of plate armor, which is somewhat dented and twisted. You can see what might be a rotting limb still inside one of the vambraces that has been strewn aside from the chest piece, or the cuirass, whatever you want to call it. It's not really a cuirass, it's a breastplate. The rot, again, is prevalent.
Yes.
The going is not necessarily slow. It is because of the tension in the air. Eventually, Dominic gets to the entrance of the cave. DaBun seems to be focused mostly on the cave and kind of ignores the sides, which he would have to turn his head to look at since he's in a visored helm, which gives him almost no visibility whatsoever. He does have the visor slightly up, though, and by that I mean it's still sheltering his brow, and he has to glower from just underneath the angle. But it's ready to be jerked down, or even with enough movement and force for it to slide down his face on its own.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case he has to have his hands full. Which, incidentally, he does draw his sword, and his shield's obviously attached to his arm, so congratulations there. Is there anything you would like to do as you draw closer, having made it as slow as possible?
Yes, I will keep an eye out on DaBun's sides, but I am going to keep note of how rotten those that arm from the van braces are.
Well, you haven't got, I mean, unless you decide to get closer. You basically see clearly a van brace, possibly an arm having been ripped off of the body. But without looking any closer, you can't really tell much else.
Yeah, and I haven't tried to get closer, so.
Let me go ahead and do a Gregory thing. Bang, 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 bang. Gregory seems more interested in keeping an eye out for movement, therefore doesn't pay too much attention to what's on the ground. You see the priest and the paladin move through like it's nothing. Even if there's anything of any worth, it's probably not worth enough.
I figure I was going to hear that.
Oh, you hear them mumbling amongst themselves. One of them, you think it's Curry, Curry, bring up the scream, and Kiana's like, well, sometimes a poor soul is a poor soul. Besides, there's only a few people that might be coming here. And we've already established more than once that merchant caravans should not use this old road, since we don't know where it goes, and none of them come back. So, unless there's some enterprising young fool that thought they could come here and find some of the lost booty from said caravan, they've pretty much earned their troubles.
Yeah.
Behind those two is Livia and Estienne. Estienne seems to keep himself focused on the right rear section, while Livia is spending her time either looking over DaBun's shoulder and looking back at where you guys came from. Both of them have picked up, or well, not picked up, but have their crossbows at the ready. One of the unique things about the 2nd Infantry is that they carry crossbows that they only intend to fire once and then drop.
That's correct, yeah.
Alrighty. So you guys come to the cave.
Correct.
Dominic looks inside. I know we've just spent I don't know how many minutes trying to get into a cave. He basically can hear the echoes of your movement just inside the cave. Nothing's muffled about it. Says, all right, well, it's pretty dark in here, obviously. Says, I wouldn't do myself much good lighting the lantern. DaBun slings his shield and then pulls from the side of his pack a directional lantern to an extent. It's not a bullseye because it's the size of a friggin'... Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
It's a glass lantern with small mirrors attached to it, only pretty much available to the wealthy, which obviously he is.
He is.
He holds it in his offhand, keeps his sword ready, and the light spills past the other two. You can only make out parts of it. Inside the gloom of the cavern, from where you are, seems to be two primary branches of twisting caves leading onward. To the northeast, there's a passage that seems to give an impression that it goes elsewhere and possibly a couple ways. To the north and east, respectively, are two other passages. And the west end of the entrance seems to blend northward out of view. There's also something semi-disturbing. At least Gregory kind of furrows his brows and then looks back at you and then looks forward. Says there's something off about this. The air seems just off. He doesn't know, or at least doesn't know how to express it. And then he just says it all feels like maybe it's a trap.
That would make sense if this is what they're using to lure people in. Well, let's see what we have here. Do we have something that we can just use to make noise in a sense that could be used as a trap? Right now I'm digging through my stuff.
Yep, take your time.
Let's see. In this case... well, I do have a torch. I could use that as a means to make noise. And if it's lit up, I could have it be tossed in there as a form of a secondary light source. So I will pull out the unlit torch in this case.
Well, I assume it's unlit. Otherwise, you're on fire.
Yeah, otherwise I'm on fire. I'm saying the obvious.
Yeah, you pull out the torch.
Yeah, I pull out the torch, and I do hand it, after I light it up, I do hand it to Gregory, in a sense, to pass it over to Dominic so they can toss it out ahead of them.
Dominic does not take it directly because he's using his shield to block the front.
Right. Yeah, so
Gregory gladly accepts the torch and then lobs it over the top of Dominic into the room.
Yes.
With the crit. So it lands perfectly in the center, lighting everything up in a more brilliant way. However, none of what I described changes except that it's more lit or more clearly lit. Winding passages lead away in all a confusing nature. Nothing about it changes for anyone in particular.
How interesting. Well, indeed, if it feels more like a trap, I'd rather we not lose people in there.
DaBun says, well, since the torch caused no problems, and you can't tell us where the trap is, perhaps it's magical in nature?
I squint my eyes to try and confirm that, since I can see magic.
You can literally, as I briefly mentioned before, see a light distortion in the air. It's similar to when you see a mirage in the desert, but not as pronounced. But while you're pretty sure that's some sort of magic, its nature itself is elusive.
Go back to microphone.
So you have confirmed that there is magic in the area.
There is.
In fact, it almost seems to permeate the air.
There is, in fact, magic in the air.
Well, advisor, do we go into this passage or do we go back the way we came or we cannot move on. I refuse to move on. This will be in our bags. We either retreat back to the Hobgoblin tunnels or we go ahead and start poking around in here. Gregory goes, I wouldn't go in there unless you order me to. Well, that will come soon, I'm sure.
I'll see if I can dispel it first. If it doesn't work, then we head back. So, can I, the player to the DM, dispel it?
You don't know until you try.
All right. Well, I do have it memorized, so I will give it a try.
All right, you begin to change the words. All right, you've chosen to roll high.
Yeah, okay. I have to go with a higher roll.
And your level to be confirmed?
My level is 6. 6.
All right. And let's see here real quick. So the difference is... All right, roll your 20-sided.
All right. No. I can tell you, a 4 is not going to do it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. No.
You do you do coax the magic to your beckoning. You utilize a significant amount of your energy to try and swallow and then neutralize the energy ahead of you. You can feel it combat with the energy that's there, and then ultimately it fails to be strong enough to override whatever's in the air. In fact, there's almost a flash, only perceptive to, or you are the only one that can perceive it, being the one that has mage sight.
Yes.
And that flash goes away, and the torch seems to slowly molder out, as if responding to your attempts to remove the energies.
We head back. This would be deemed far too dangerous to put to our backsides.
Well, then we would need to go into the cave and clear it, says DaBun.
I can't confirm what kind of magics this could be or how it would affect all of you.
We're going to have to deal with it sooner or later. Mm-hmm. Kiana is like, meh, perhaps we can come to it later.
Actually,
since we returned the way we came, we're obviously not going to have something coming up behind us. DaBun says, well, we've approached the hive, if that's what it is. The paladin says nothing. Livia and Estienne kind of whisper amongst themselves. Dominic braces with his shield just in case. And Gregory looks at you in askance whether you want to go forward or not.
I have a sudden question because I suddenly had a realization while I'm looking at the stats of Nom. Nom's intelligence is high enough to be immune to first levels.
The answer is no.
Okay, good. That's what I had a feeling. Don't worry.
In fact, no.
Yeah, that's all I needed was just to know.
Yeah.
All right. That answers my question. Everything's perfectly fine. So in this case, I'll take a breather so I can think this over because this is
sure.
Those are one of those powerful, like, you got to think on that and you got to really process.
This is your choice. Your assessment is right. What's in here is probably super dangerous.
Yes.
The question is if you want to face it now or go back to the tunnels you're familiar with, which you're not sure how much you've cleared out, but you've done a lot of battle in that location.
Yes.
Meanwhile, people keep getting poisoned. Damaged in horrible ways. And that's just in the tunnels you came from. This is far more foreboding.
That's what my concern is, yes. That is absolutely my concern, is the fact
there's enough remains in the boulders that you were standing around that seems to indicate a large number of people are here. You're not actually, have been brought here or came here. You're not actually, you haven't actually looked at anything to see any markings to that nature.
Oh, sure.
But it looks like it might be dangerous to move around all this carrion.
Right.
I mean, you're in the middle of it right now, so if you got ambushed, that would be a mess.
That would be absolutely a mess. But yes, there's enough signs of this being far too dangerous compared to what we've been going through.
Well, you are the advisor. If Margravine Talonbrook believes in you, then I will believe in you.
What I want to do first is check the area of our location at this current moment. There might be signs that maybe we can fall back on first.
Right outside the entrance of something you said is too dangerous?
Right outside the entrance of something I said is too dangerous, yes. In case
you're the advisor.
In case there are some things on the rocks, I would like to know.
Very well, then. Take defensive positions. Shields ready. Crossbows leveled. I will escort the mage and paladin and priest. Keep yourselves occupied. Gregory, I'm going to have to use you to determine if there's any danger here. Gregory's like, well, the rocks are pretty short.
Yes.
Still, ready your bow. It is already readied.
So yes, I'll give a look around for in case of any potential markings or signs that could help me clue down what could be in this area.
Roll an 8-sided.
8-sided.
Searching this area looks like it might take 2 hours or so, okay. And that's only partially. It looks like there's a good chance you might miss some things unless you scour a little more closely. 8-sided, though.
Yeah, I gave you a 3.
You find that it's so weird. No, I got this. I know what it is. You find about a length of 40 feet of rope that as you follow it along, percentile, please.
Oh, okay, yes. Percentile. 20. 20.
You come across a pouch that has 4 pieces of gold and 8 silver in it. The pouch itself is intact because it's coated in partially rusted chainmail.
Oh.
You can see the coins because they have spilt out past the rotted leather.
That was a chainmail pouch. Was.
You also see what looks to be a mace that is in recent condition. You have to remember, before we discuss all of this, why it's so decrepit, is that these caravans have been trying to go north for months, despite the king's administration saying, no, it's a bad idea. And the road, as you know, has been recovered from the forest area and is ancient. Who knows where it goes?
That is true. In this case, the mace being the recent condition is interesting.
So are you going to take 2 hours to search, or are you going to take longer? Or are you going to be like, I found some coins, let's leave?
I'll take the 2 hours. I know that might be dangerous, but I'll take the 2 hours.
All right. You obviously can go back to the plate mail you already found, the breastplate with the vambraces.
I will do that.
It looks as though something has tried to chew through the arm on the vambrace, the forearm section, as if they had probably lifted it to defend themselves. It obviously crushed what was ever in there and ripped the arm free from the socket at the elbow. The teeth marks in the armor where it's buckled appeared to be blunt. So not sharp at all.
No, that's probably...
But there is pronounced canine marks across the the bend of the vambrace.
Interesting.
something that will eat meat, but is quite likely not originally designed for such a thing. Or at least that's what the priest is going to say, because he has healing, which uses a bit of anatomy. Oh yeah, with ease. He says a beast, a person specialized in beasts like animals and whatnot, they'll give you more information. DaGun looks over. He says, "I told you to stay back." This is like you're not exactly Gilgamesh or the God King, so sometimes whimsy and fancy is that of the god's design. The paladin doesn't say anything, but seems to stand there in a manner that you're familiar with the possibility that he just is going along with it.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. But that does confirm. So, and then I will conclude that. So, yes, the most recent item seems to be this mace.
It is the one that you found so far.
Yeah.
The mace seems to have the least blemishes. In fact, you can see a marking that seems associated with a caravan that disappeared around the time that you guys received word from your road patrol. The second Night Division? Mounted? First Cavalry.
First Cavalry.
First Cavalry? Yeah.
Because that's why we found one of his first cavalry guys.
You also find tethered near the breastplate, which is actually attached to some other things that aren't so smelling nicely. Let me roll again. Another 7 pieces of copper which are scattered about. One of the hands is holding a thick gold coin that you can easily see when you start to examine the vambrace. It kind of falls out of the grip. Obviously, it's been here long enough that rigor mortis has already kind of done its thing.
Yes. But that does answer some questions. This is indeed a trap, I'm guessing, to either lure people in to wanting to fight this place.
So, Gons, why was that person holding that coin in specific?
I am curious as well. I'll give the coin a look, since I've got appraisal of gems and jewelry. And I say appraisal of gems and jewelry.
You snatch it up quite easily. I assume that's what you're doing. Or yes. Wait, are you just staring at it from above?
Oh, first I'm going to stare at it from above to confirm it's magical or not.
It does not appear to be magical.
Okay.
However, looking at it from where you are, you can see that in the engraving on the coin itself, the twisted face that seems to be in despair, that hauntingly stares back at you from below. It's the same markings that you saw on the remnants of the caravan before it was dismantled by the enemy.
I look at the priest at that moment. Come look at this coin. Look at this coin.
Yes.
Touch it.
It's gold, I assume.
It's not what you want. It has the twisted face.
It's either a portion of the currency that the temple that we have not found uses, or it might be a holy symbol. However, I detect nothing from it other than its displeasing appearance.
Same. I have to assume.
You could probably melt it down and have something more well made from it.
Yes, I think that would be the best course of action. It's not cursed or anything, so...
Finders keepers, I suppose.
In that case, I will, with my gloved hands, pick it up.
The gold coin is roughly palm-sized, and it looks like it can... Well, at least the edges can be sort of pieced off of it.
Huh.
You would think it might be a medallion, but there's absolutely no way to actually wear it.
Yeah.
But it's about the size of a piece of 8, I guess, which is a pretty sizable bit of gold.
Oh, that's true. That is pretty sizable. That is very sizable. But, yeah, I keep note of that on my person.
It's also decently thick, so yeah.
Yes. With that, I think I now fully understand what kind of magics we might be dealing with. We definitely want to go back the way we came.
All right. DaBun says, Livia, Estienne, bring up the rear. We're heading back. They nod slightly and move towards the cave entrance slightly as Dominic and Gregory trade places with them, moving up to the front. DaBun shoves the priest slightly out of the way, at which the priest is like silent over, which is unusual.
That is unusual, actually. He's normally scoffing.
The paladin then intercedes as you guys begin your passage back. Dominic, Gregory, then DaGaunt, then you,
Yep.
then the priest, then the paladin, and then the ending two, which is Livia and Estienne.
Yes, we'll start making our way back to where we know for a fact the cafeteria area was. Since we
Well,
that passage.
you make your way back to the passage that you left.
Yes. Oh, I know what I'm missing. I'm missing the book with all my notes of the passages. So I have to go and get that. That's a good intermission point, though.
All right, so go ahead and take the intermission point.
Yeah, we're gonna take the intermission point.
Yeah, don't be gone too long.
Yeah. All right, we're back. And correction on my notes. It was
Welcome back.
It was the full armory, which is the passage when we make our way back is actually going to be the east now. Our right instead of our left.
Well, yeah, as you head in, it's still going to be northwest. That never changes.
Yeah, I was just saying.
However, it is going to be on your right instead of your left, as you said.
Yes.
Um,
that's why I changed it to right instead of east, because it
yeah,
changes.
absolutely. I kind of caught you
west.
catching that. I kind of caught you catching that.
Catching that.
So, your group, oddly enough, not assaulted as you leave the passage behind.
So it was.
You've picked yourself through the debris. Everybody is more focused on getting out of there as soon as possible.
Yes.
Once you get back to the narrow ledge that follows the gorge, everything slides to single file. And you eventually make it back to the entry point that you had left before, which I don't think the description is odd because of the way I did it. But anyway, it has totem markings, stuff of that nature. The gray light, which is, since you spent 2 hours searching, you're coming closer to midday.
Yes.
The light is still piercing gray and morning in its own way. Maybe it's 11 or 10. But the sky is overcast and all the light is piercingly pale. Because of the nature of your particular location, the light doesn't shine directly in. However, you're familiar with the place. You said you're going to head back to the armory, you remember, and you check your notes and look up the... okay, so do you have cartography?
Yes.
So you have a rough map, basically.
Correct.
In fact, that was one of the reasons you were sent over.
Yes, so I've been mapping everything. That's to the best of my ability.
Your rudimentary map shows the passage that you want to this particular area. I'm not going to make you roll wisdom because you know that a guard station is up ahead. You're not sure if it's been replaced since you were here last, but a lot of things have.
A lot of things have, so my assumption right now is it's been replaced.
It's quite possible.
Which now I'm making notes of the fact that the cooking torching area was not on the map. It has been put on the map.
Yeah, it's actually not up here. At least the one you're looking for is not up here.
No, yeah, I was talking about because we encountered where we got the hostages from. Has been marked on the map.
Yes, the cooking area, the torture location, one assumes.
Yes.
Because they did torture them needlessly and cooked some of them slowly over time.
Correct.
That would suggest, though, that, as you know, the hobgoblins don't mingle with goblins much because they think of them as inferior. They would much rather breed with humans or orcs or something of that nature that they think will make them stronger. So you're pretty sure they might have their own dining location.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we haven't encountered it. We encountered the goblin dining area.
They do have their own, you've seen it, they have at least one part of their own resting locations, or it's not really a barracks, but there's more to this complex than you've seen. However, you're directly heading to a place that you remember for reasons.
Yes.
And those reasons would be?
Those reasons would be that it was the full armory where we, in fact, found most of Talonbrooks' armor.
A lot of stolen things from the caravans, and some Talonbrook stuff from when they assaulted the cavalry.
And I was going to say the stolen things from the caravans, and then we were ambushed, and that's how we lost Paladin.
Paladin?
No, Paladin. The James.
Pelion.
Yes. Paladin. Yeah, him.
You're like Paladin. I'm like, I don't remember Paladin.
No, I said Paladin.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
we know what you mean.
We know.
All right, so These guys haven't been here with you, so did you want to say anything to them, or are we just going to
yes,
head
I was going to notate on the map because I'm looking at it. There is the hints of a guard barracks in the direction that we're heading towards, which should be the full armory, being the last known location that we have been at in the last group. Though that guard barracks area most likely has been refilled, so be on your guard.
All right. DaBun basically threw his helmet, which he has still partially opened, so it's pretty clear. All right, Dominic, ready your crossbow. And Gregory just looks back and he goes, I know, you're already. If we had come through here with you before, I'd feel more comfortable. But as you know, I didn't get to spend much time with you on the hill. So you'll have to forgive me being semi-skeptical of you. The paladin and the cleric who have been here before go, well, the paladin that says nothing because he's just that gilded mask. But the cleric is basically like, of course. I'm trying to gauge the quality of the second infantry. It would seem that the first infantry was built of sterner stuff. You want stern? Not from you, actually. Anyway, as you might notice, the passageway here is rather sizable. And indeed, he's right, as you've known. Conveniently enough, most of these passageways are 10 feet wide.
Yeah.
Decent amount of space for fighting side by side. As long as you don't go too crazy. Actually, you don't even need to worry about going too crazy. 10 feet is a significant number. It's just that it counts for milling and swinging. The cleric says, in our day, I mean, a few weeks ago, or a month. Is it a month? He looks at you.
Roughly a month.
Sometime. DaBun's like, if there's guards waiting, we're making too much noise. He says, and so? You're walking around in plate armor. Of course, everybody knows we're here already. Hey, they knew we were here before. I wouldn't be surprised if an ambush is waiting. However, what I was going to say is that these passages were wide enough that we did a single file line and had people move forward and backward as necessary. If you go side by side, things get awkward. What do you say, advisor? DaBun says, our security is, I asked the advisor.
Well, we have been able to make it work so far with that method. But I understand.
Second infantry utilizes a solid shield approach. The cleric then goes, you're not listening to the advisor. Also, I must point out that you don't have a full shield wall at the front. You have a bowman, who is as skilled as he is not someone I would assume would be able to tank anything coming through. Tank? What do you mean by that? Actually, I don't know. It's something I got from the god. The god tells me these things.
Like
he also tells me things that are miraculous, that are outside of my field. The paladin just motions towards the priest. And the cleric says, well, time to gain for more treasures for Gilgamesh.
Don't worry, at this current moment, because of the method that we've got, I believe me and the priest should be able to weave around in case any wounded or spellcasting needs to be done.
So you're also suggesting single file in this wide passage?
I'm suggesting in this case, yes, because at that point Dominic won't have to be worried about Gregory being alongside him in case of needing to protect us.
Very well, then. We'll move single file. Very well, then. We'll move single file. he looks at you. You don't make out his entire expression, but his lips actually kind of slightly turn upward, which is kind of weird, but also not weird. Weird, not weird. Anyway, he says, Dominic, you'll take the lead. Gregory, be fluid. If you get too much trouble, back up on the side that's clear and take shots. Nom, since you do your bit, you'll be right behind me as usual.
Yes.
If things come to it, I will join Dominic as the shield wall. Keanu and Curry, Keanu, sorry, I keep saying Keanu, which is like, oh, look, it's Keanu Reeves. Let's go. No, I'm kidding. It's Kiana. Kiana is more pretentious than anything. So Kiana, he says, you do you. Kiana's like, of course I will. I also have a paladin in tow. That's just how things work. Yeah, but I hear your paladin is tied to Ishtar. Love is a part of war, as you say. Livia, Estienne, I request that you double up on the rear. Oh? The cleric goes, I'm curious. I'm curious as to why you would do that. Meanwhile, you and Gregory, because of your nature, and the rest of them being human and Gregory being thief, note that there sounds like movement inside the cave. You haven't entered yet, by the way.
Yes.
But you do hear movement that seems to indicate that, indeed, if there was an ambush, it's already kind of...
Yeah, it's already happening.
DaBun says nothing, because he doesn't know. Gregory says, well, we're about to receive company when we enter, because it's still piercing daylight. They're not fond of the day and dawn. That's why we've had such a successful move.
That is correct.
And then the sounds stop, and you're absolutely certain that things are waiting.
They're waiting for us. All right. It's best to follow what DaBun has for the back. For the rear, in this case, we can double up.
DaBun steps away from you, his armor chiming and rattling mostly, since the gambeson and whatnot seems to muffle a decent amount of it, surprising to no one and everyone. His heavy footfalls can be heard from the entrance as he joins Dominic. He looks over, shield wall. We get through, drop to one knee, provide access for the rear. Gregory can fire over you. Crossbows from the rear can fire over me. And he cannot look back, but he moves forward. Dominic and him step into what would be considered the gloom, and in fact, well, since I did not mention that he put the lantern away...
Oh, no, you never did. But in order for him to pull his shield out, he has to.
He would have to. That would be logical, but I never said it, so... You know how the rules are.
I mean, I was going to give you that out, because you are the DM.
Well, no, I screwed up. Don't correct me when I'm wrong.
I know.
Because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because if the enemy does it, you'll be glad and do something about it, right?
Right, yes. So
the only time I have a problem is if there's a specific mechanic to the game that you just ignore when I forget about it.
Right. So I was going to...
Because mechanics are like laws or rules, whereas in me forgetting to switch to the shield is just negligence. However, what he does do, entering the place with that directional lantern, is cause a surprise roll between two parties because he's kind of blinding them instantly. It'll take them it ends up taking them a full round to adjust from infravision to standard vision, which I have to do surprise for.
You do. I didn't think about that, but yeah, you're right.
I didn't think about it until I said, oh, fuck, I forgot that
he's got this lantern.
Surprise occurs.
Wow, we ambushed them.
As he steps in, you hear a shriek that was not expected. And he was like, oh, shit, I forgot my shield. Holds the lantern up so he can see. And you can see hobgoblins in and of themselves locked in to the three-way passage that leads here. The guards you expected are side by side, at least partially, ready with crossbows. Down the passageway directly ahead, crossbows. Down the passage to your left, crossbows. So they would normally be firing. In fact, they kind of do, but they have -4 at everything they're trying to do.
Yes. Because
But they don't get to go first. They shriek, hold up their hands to try and cover their eyes because they're surprised, which they don't get to fire stably. However, you guys get to go first. So we roll initiative.
All right.
And we'll see.
It's the 1d6, correct?
Yes, we'll actually, I've already got it. It's my job.
Oh yeah.
No, actually, you roll party. Sorry, you roll party initiative. Technically, you're party leader because I only got you.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I roll party.
So you rolled the d6 for a party initiative.
I rolled a 2.
Well, it's way better than what I rolled, but it didn't matter because you have bonuses.
Yeah.
All right, so you, I believe, get to go first.
Yes, I got a 3 reaction adjustment.
You go at absolute 0, i.e. 1.
Yes.
Unless you have a weapon of speed or a weapon of quickness, and then you get bonuses to go before everybody else.
No, I don't have those. But I am looking at this, and I should have brought the player's handbook, but you know what I do have? I'm
going to go ahead and take your time. Come in here.
Oh.
I have to write down the baddies.
That's right.
Slightly.
You gotta
I know everything. I know everything about them, but I need to write them down so I can calculate hit points.
Yes. So let me.
They might not die instantly. Snicker, snort, snort.
Yeah. So let me mute myself on the stream. They'll hear me in there.
Well, you're just gonna grab something and go back. So don't worry about that.
There it is.
There it is. All right, let me go ahead.
Your fan's not running.
My fan is absolutely not running, and I need it to run. Sorry about that. Thank you for coming in here.
Absolutely.
I don't want my feet swelling.
Yeah, your feet. Absolutely. All right. I am back, and I am going to look at a spell.
Well, you do get to go first.
Yeah, I'm just taking into account the spell casting time and stuff. Oh, that's not the correct spell level I'm going for. This is... Okay, we are underground, so we're going off of feet. So... 3-foot radius, sheer...
As you calculate that, those that you see appear to be hobgoblins clad in a mixture of chain and hide, which is very piecemeal. There's exposed skin sections, and they are, of course, trying to cover their eyes with bare hands. However, they do have leather braces, or bracers if you want. Sounds a little weird for me.
Yeah, that does.
All of them seem to meet the same category. However, the chainmail is a little less and the hides are a little more, as if maybe metal has been reserved for the better of them.
Oh, true. So,
the last group you came across had more chain than hide.
Oh, that's a good point. Wait, yeah. I was going to ask.
And helmets.
Yes.
These guys don't have helmets.
These guys don't have helmets.
They are clearly hobgoblins, judging from the unified malformity of their heads and faces.
Correct. So, what is the distance of my spot to them?
Where you're standing and they move in?
Yeah.
Surprisingly short.
Oh. So
if you're looking for where they're standing, the ones directly across from you are 30 feet away. The ones that you can't see but know exist because of how they're reacting on the right would be probably, at this angle, 15, 20 feet away. And the left would absolutely be 20 feet away.
Okay, so 10 yards.
So your area of effect would be 10, 20. About 20 by 30.
Okay, so my
Actually,
range,
sorry, 40 by 30.
Yeah, so my range of casting, I'm going off of Flaming Sphere, is 10 yards. So that's why I was asking.
All right, and that's pretty much directional. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
10 yards is actually 30 feet. That's where you can cast it, not where you move it.
Yes.
You
Moving it is at a rate of 30 feet per round. So.
Yeah. Well, at this point in time, I gotta tell you, you can cast it wherever you want to, as long as you don't cast it on your peeps.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
So I'm gonna cast it on those that are directly 20 feet away, or 20. Yeah. 20
The
feet
ones
away.
that you can see, i.e., 30 feet away, or directly into the middle of the hallway, which is close. You can't really cast it. You can cast it through the walls. You just need to tell me directly
I'm going
and
for
know
the
what
ones,
you're talking about.
I was going for the ones I can directly see. So.
Yeah, they're across from you 30 feet away. So
Yes, those ones. I'll
so
cast
at
it on those.
at max, you conjure it in. Now I know there's yards involved, but underground it all shifts to feet.
Yes. So it is. They do get a saving throw. For it.
Are you conjuring it right on them? Oh yeah, probably.
Yes. Let me first get the casting time out of the way.
One of them gets a saving throw,
Okay. So the
i.e., 19. The other one rolls a 5.
Woo! Yeah. So it is a casting time of 2. So I figure I mentioned that first.
You're still ahead. They're counted as surprise. Technically, they don't go this round, but they will go. Well, we'll be rolling later.
Okay, so the one that made his saving throw doesn't get any damage.
Okay. Somehow, actually, he just literally trickles back about 10 feet. Oh, no, wait. No, wait. -4. Yeah, no, you hit both of them because I forgot he's surprised. He's blinded. He can't see. He hears chanting, but even as he tries to backpedal with everybody else, he can't make it far enough.
Yes,
so
here we go.
Even though I rolled a 19, his save is a 17.
And that -4 hit him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
He gets 3 point. They get 3 point of damage.
All right, 3 points. Yep. Okay, so that's these two. The first one kind of just shrieks as his hide bits start to melt, and he takes burn damage, covering his eyes. Luckily for him, he's the one that was closest to making a saving throw. The second one, however, burns so badly that he just falls to the ground and writhes around screaming, trying to roll it out, which won't work because the ball's too close, and you see him stop moving.
Oh, yeah.
So he may or may not be dead.
Yeah. And then next round I'll be able to move it, so.
All right, so those two have been horrifically scarred with burns. One of them, for whatever reason, stops moving and is lying on the ground. The last one has trickled out of the heat, but his flesh has been horrifically seared. So that goes into the rest of your guys. Gregory, who has arrow knocked, I believe I stated.
You did, yes.
Fires arrows. He doesn't have clean line of sight unless he moves in, which DaGaunt has covered. So he fires at the one that didn't fall.
Woo, yeah.
One of them makes it back past the flaming sphere. The first one just burns up on the way in and scatters wrong. Oops. The second one, though, is a 17. It hits pretty solidly. And he's using, nowadays, the sheaf arrows. So the metal heads with the hooks and barbs.
Yeah.
He sinks one into that guy. He slumps like a sack of potatoes, clutching at the arrow. You're pretty sure he's going to die, judging from where it is.
Oh, yeah.
But by the end of the round, he's been shanked almost in the heart, possibly in the heart. Well, I rolled a 17, so it hit pretty bad. And I also rolled a 6 damage. So, dude is, well, for all intents and purposes, he's sizzling and dead.
Ooh, yeah.
He does his thing. DaGaunt braces in, stepping ahead of Dominic, who already goes in. Dominic angles to the left, which is where he's facing, fires that crossbow, which goes wide. He drops it and draws his sword. That takes the rest of the round for him.
Yes.
DaGaunt, who's specialized, already had his sword out because he doesn't have a crossbow, and lunges in the general direction, taking a rising slash to the one on the right. Well, there's two, but he tries one. DaGaunt rolls. DaGaunt slashes that guy. Let's see how bad he slashes.
Ooh.
Or DaGaunt splits him almost up the middle. Chain and hide. Chain links pop free. The hide just slices open. You think you can see some sort of exposed flesh as you hear a shriek. And the one that was catching his eyes from the light basically puts it trying to hold his bits in. Let's see if System Shock does anything to him. Yeah, no. As he's clutching at it, he just falls down, dazed, just trying to do what he can to be alive, but he knows he's not, and slowly succumbs to his wounds.
Goodbye, Hobgoblin.
All right. There does not seem to be anything for the rear line to, so they opt waiting for things to show up because they're at the back. They can't go forward.
That's correct. Yes.
The priest looks over at the paladin and says, "Curry, introduce them to the light of our god king." Curry goes forward, slings it on to the left with movement, and takes his falcata and buries it as far as he can.
Go, 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 go.
He clefts into one of the hobgoblins. He's now kind of in the fray, which DaGaunt's kind of like, "Why are you breaking formation?" He says nothing, obviously. He clefts the guy in the skull and just splits him all the way down.
I felt it. I felt that was going to happen. Oh.
And then he squares off immediately with the guy next to him.
Oh.
Dominic feels like this kind of effervescent sort of energy when he's readying his sword. Like, this feels good.
Yes.
So Livia and Estienne are opt. The priest who used speech, which is free, is opt. So Kiana is opt. You went, DaGaunt went, the paladin went, Dominic went, Gregory went. All right, so we go into initiative now. You roll versus the baddies.
Yes, let me get that.
Party inish, as is decline or matter. Let's go.
Here we go, here we go. I rolled a 2. Again.
Yeah, well, you got that. So, again, you go first. You're able to move your sphere.
I am. I'm, what's, who is left over in the enemies? Hold on.
You can't see.
Oh, yeah.
However, you do know that if you do move the sphere, this is the problem for you.
Yes.
If you move the sphere back the way it came and left or right, you will either burn the paladin or you'll burn DaGaunt because they were not paying attention and didn't listen.
That's right. Okay, no, I will.
So the sphere
I'll stop concentrating on it. It can stay where it is.
The movement, however, and talking is free.
Yes. So I will.
Which means you can say, "Hey, move back."
Yeah.
So the negatives for that is they don't get to attack this round. So pick your side: the Gaunt side or the Paladin and Dominic's side.
In this case, I'll go for I'll repeat that. Sorry, I actually misheard stuff. I was talking to Rob for a moment.
All right, let me rephrase this. Actually, let me re-ask you, because I didn't ask actually. The passageway is 10 feet wide. What's the area of effect? Hey, Rob, what's the area of effect for the flaming sphere?
3-foot radius.
Well, fuck. Never mind. It can literally go right around either side. Well, no, it can only go around the Gaunt side without hitting anybody.
Yes, and that's why I was like, please repeat that, because I saw Rob's here and I was like, oh hey Rob. So I was absolutely distracted as a player, completely distracted.
Well, don't be distracted. You're a player.
I know. I can't. So I will actually go with the Gaunt side to where I would not catch him with the sphere because
you can't see who you're targeting, but you can send it in.
Yes.
So roll damage.
Ooh, absolutely. Those at the edge of the sphere gets 1d4, and those in the sphere gets 2. So I'll go with the ones in the sphere. And they do get a saving throw, no matter what.
Just roll your damage.
Those in the sphere.
You roll it in quite easily.
Those in the sphere gets 5 total, and those at the edge of the 3-foot radius gets 3.
All right, you hear shrieking, which also is quite abrupt. Damn it! I'm not actually concerned about that. However, the one that was next to the Gaunt, well, let's just say they have fallen silent.
Oh.
Also, the burning has burnt the straps off the crossbows they were going to ambush you with.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, because people came too close, they're switching to their weapons. I take that back. The ones that have crossbows fire first. Because it would take some entire round to draw their weapons. Since they're only proficient.
Hey, can I tell you, DM, and I'm going to be fair? You were supposed to shoot crossbows.
Couldn't. Told you.
Oh, yeah.
It was a surprise round. They don't get to do anything that round. They get to do things this round, but they're doing it on 4. And you get to burn them automatically on your round.
That's
and
correct.
Talking is free. So yeah. So
yes.
let me pay attention to the timing.
You're perfect. Absolutely.
No, thank you for helping. Thank you for helping. If I had screwed up somewhere, congratulations. Anybody you burnt, their freaking strings have freaking evaporated or snapped.
Yes.
Their crossbows are literally on fire.
Correct.
Or smoldering.
Yes, and I do tell the Gaunt as I'm moving it, because I can speak while concentrating, to step back.
Well, he watches it roll by. You say step back, which he may or may not hear. Let me roll perception. A helmet. It's a full helm.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, it's a visored full helm. So if combat came, since it was partially visored, he probably jerked his head and the slot fell down.
That's correct. Yes.
Well, he totally notices, I think. Let me double check his stats.
I was like, oh yeah, you're right. He's got that full visor helmet stuff.
He does. Well, normally he's mounted with Rista.
Yes. So I'm like, no.
As the infantry moves, he's usually mounted.
You're correct on him probably not hearing me.
He's only sent with you because he's strong enough that was just like, stay with the freaking advisor, or the Margravine's going to get pissed off.
Yes.
And as a player, you know she's going to be, if everything goes wrong, the Crimson Knight.
Yes.
Which Rob, incidentally, is familiar with.
Absolutely.
Crimson Knight. But this is what happened after the shroom-eating pilot in the Aether Stream.
Yes.
Never mind.
A little
Gave
fun.
you permission to to run the Spelljammer straight into whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was distracted.
No. Yes and no.
He barely makes his perception.
Ooh.
Holy shit. He's like, he
fun.
backs up. He saw the glow out the corner of his eye. Then he watched it roll over a guy, roasting him, next to the guy that he killed, as far as he knows, which actually did die because the area of effect grazed him, which you have the outer section, so that's dead too.
It is. It's just dead.
Wrong one. Sorry. Can't erase this one. Yet. So his movement phase, yeah, he steps back. I don't think anything's going to survive this. Because even though they got a crossbow shot, which is technically just pull the trigger, they go on 4.
And everybody else goes on 2.
Oh, wait, weapon speed modifications. So
oh, yeah, can't forget
one of them gets to take a shot. The question is it the paladin or is it the infantryman?
Oh, good question, yeah.
Go ahead and roll the die 4 for me. Roll his poison.
I will roll that poison. I will. It is 4.
Well, that would be Dominic. Crossbow bolt flies free. 12. That would be AC 8. That doesn't even get him. It just kind of like skims past. He's wearing chain and a helm, so ultimately speaking, if it hit at all, which would actually do some damage to chainmail.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It would.
It probably planted itself in the shield.
Yes.
That was in front.
That would
so yeah, the bolt goes awry. Well, actually, it doesn't go awry. It goes exactly where the guy wants it to, but the shield's in place. And Dominic says, you should have shot for the face. And the Falcona's weapon speed versus the longsword weapon speed occurs. Dominic gets his go.
Yeah, he does.
Which, excuse me, the paladin kind of like twitches, feeling something.
Oh.
And then shifts his footing as that longsword gets a little too close.
Oh, that was a 1.
Yeah, it was. It was a hit party member. He was not surprised, and he didn't fail his dex. But it did throw him off a bit. The paladin, which would have had 2 attacks this round, basically takes 1, which is kind of off center, and his gilded mask is looking directly at Dominic at the time, which is probably enough to throw him off. That crossbowman is in the middle of dropping his crossbow and yanking out a mace.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
the paladin says nothing, and Dominic's like, sorry. Maybe the longsword's a bit wide for this area. Technically, this is basic D&D, so it's sword, which makes way more sense because if you go into AD&D and they say longsword, they're not counting it as a two-handed weapon.
That's right. And in this case, the 2nd Infantry had short swords.
Yeah, but not this guy.
No, not this guy.
Well, it made more sense for the short swords. They were confined in space, and they used crossbows for the shot.
1st Infantry, because I'm with the 2nd Infantry right now. The 1st Infantry had short swords.
Yeah, derp.
Derp.
Herp derp.
Derp. Derp.
So, well, that sucks. DaBun is not aware of anything. Livia and Estienne are mostly covering the rear. The cleric has just observed not much. He watched a ball of flame go zigging through. He hasn't heard anything from his paladin, which he might not hear anyway.
Oh, yeah,
it's just you who are like fingers on the temples, making things move. And we go back into an initiative, I guess.
Yes.
DaBun does say for free, both on my side are dead. Be careful.
Be careful, there's a burning ball of fire.
Well, he tells you to be careful.
Yes,
because
I
I'm
accept
still
that.
here.
I accept that. I accept that. All right. I'm going to get this 1d6 rolled.
Yep, it's time for initiative.
I rolled a 4.
What a mess. Well, the enemy rolled a 1, so what's your reaction time?
A 3, so I go on 1. I go on 1. The party goes on
yeah,
4.
you get to go first. What do you plan to do?
I plan to move the ball of fire a little further away from DaBun.
Well, he backed up, so I don't know what you mean by further away.
Oh,
back towards you or further down the passage?
Further down the passage.
How far do you want to go? You already kind of know this area.
I'll go the 30 feet that it can go.
All right. So it just angles its way down the northwest passage.
And that way I stop concentrated on it, and it will burn itself out for the next... So it was 2 rounds? 2 rounds? Yeah, 2 rounds. So the next 1, 2, 3, 4. Next 4 rounds that it has.
So in 4 rounds, it'll burn out.
Yep. But that allows DaBun to be able to move comfortably, and allows everyone else to move comfortably.
DaBun's weapon speed comes out to 9. Well, no, wait, not 9. 6. No, wait. On your case, 10. Sorry.
Yes.
I actually have to check. Mace weapon speed should be 6.
I think it is.
So they go on 7. And I screwed up on the difference between the falcata and the longsword. The falcata's actually quicker because it does less. No, it does about the same damage. It doesn't have the same upper end of damage.
Oh, right.
I really need to pull out my freaking numbers real quick.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm not going to do that right now because I'm a silly person.
Oh, well,
the mace comes.
I was going to say you can do that.
Wait. On 1, I have to make a morale check.
Yes.
Because he's the only one left, as far as anyone knows.
Oh my goodness, that's right.
Oddly, he makes, and decides to come down on top of 1 to 2, 3 to 4. The 1 to 2 is the paladin. 3 to 4 is Dominic. The paladin looks like gold. Let's smash him.
Shiny.
He swings with his mace. 16 off a 20 factor, which is AC 4. The paladin, Curry, he doesn't even hit him.
I remember his frickin' armor was his AC was.
I mean, he does. He kind of grazes the armor, which he shoves his shoulder in to drive the mace off course, which goes down almost to the floor. He says nothing. But you would, if you could see him, get the impression he says, mistake. But he doesn't, because he doesn't say anything and you can't see him.
That's right.
That was the last guy. We go to weapon speeds, and Gregory doesn't see anything because he's holding back. The Gaunt is quite literally watching the hallway your fire is burning to death, which is not. So... Dominic versus Falcata. Let's correct ourselves real quick because I don't want to be a complete idiot. But I am an idiot. Haha. Let's go ahead and hit new rounds. We'll go ahead and hit treasure and item notes. We'll go to weapons master chart. Boopity boopity boop. We'll go down through all the clockwork crap. Ah, there we are. No, that's a flash on, not a falcata. Who has the falcata?
Oh, you had
It's
to
not-
you had to make it, didn't you? So.
Not Three Cities, not Shinnyoku. Oh, I know where it is. It's in the Magen Land.
Oh yes, yes.
And we go to swords. I thought it wouldn't be in the because they're more quote unquote sophisticated. Sword Badger, Sword Broad, Sword Claymore, Sword Justice, Sword Gladius, Sword Elf. Ah, it's Falcata. Weapon speed is 5. No, it's the exact same. It comes down to their reaction adjustment.
Ah, yes, that is true. That is true.
So since okay, so you choose. Either Dominic goes because the enemy was focused on the paladin, or the paladin goes in response to the enemy's poorly timed attack.
I'm gonna go with Dominic because I believe he's a little quicker than the paladin.
Dominic lunges as the mace is drawn out of position. AC 6. Hold on. Dominic. Attack of 18. So AC 4. Shanks that guy with his blade. Causing 3 plus 1. So 4 points of damage. The guy grunts, doubling over. I rolled a 28, which makes system shock, and the falcata comes down over the top.
The falcata.
Or the coup de grace with a 17, which hits.
I don't know.
Armor class 3. Actually, no, fucking armor class 0. Pardon my language.
Oh yeah! Look at that. I don't think the Hobgoblin got that.
And he has plus 4 to damage because of strength and his holy aura. So, yeah, it just slumps on the floor, practically cleft through the neck.
Oh. Okay.
And it becomes quiet really quickly.
Yes. So we have defeated.
You have defeated 6 hobgoblins. Well, male hobgoblin guards. Sorry. There's a specific reason I say that, because there's differences.
Oh, yes, there is. Absolutely. Because we have hobgoblin children. We've got hobgoblin women.
Which, because first edition, they make a distinct difference.
Yes.
Hey!
Woo!
Hiya, Bunno. Good luck at that wedding.
Oh, Bunno's home now.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah,
excellent.
Bunno's home. Bunno's in bed and
I hope you had some tasty things over at the wedding. Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
I also hope my brother is going to be sleeping nicely soon.
Yes.
Now, we played late because when we do Nom, it is late, but there were so many things that went wrong, so.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, we'd have been playing for earlier.
That's true.
All right, so you cleanse them. Actually, there's bodies laying there. You smell the twisted, burnt flesh of the humanoid blood, which is black. So black blood, which is sticky and oozing. Actually, well, since they're dead, it's not pumping anywhere. It was for about 0.5 seconds.
Drink tequila.
I have no tequila. Oh, you're talking about Bunno.
No,
Bunno don't drink.
Yeah,
Bunno is a smart rabbit.
Bunno doesn't like alcohol.
Nice. Did you do agave juice, or did you do like apple or orange, or actually, why am I asking?
Or apple. You know why you're.
Or apple. So many fucking fruits. I'm sorry. I think it's that's in your sex party.
Yeah.
Welcome to my parents' house.
Yeah.
What's your favorite juice? We got mango, right? Mango, right?
Mango, apple, guava, apple.
So many fucking fruits. Anyway, sorry.
We were were being entertained for a moment.
I'm entertained all the time. Well, actually, not really.
So
6 bodies are laying there. There's crossbows in various states. At least 1 mace is visible. Their armor, which was rudimentary to begin with, has been dismembered by any physical attacks. The hide's been burnt down to the strip of non-furred area.
Oh, there is hibiscus juice. Well, that depends on what it is in Ismanuel. But as I was going to state, I wanted to look at that mace.
Hibiscus? Yeah. Hibiscus is pretty cool. It's interesting that you would have a hibiscus juice.
Well, she was trying to remember the English name, so clearly she's thinking of the Spanish name.
Go ahead and look it up, since you're so curious. Hibiscus is a plant, just so you know.
It does have a juice, though. I did confirm. It does have a juice.
Holy crap. I'm going to go water the hibiscus. Hey, wait, there was an Adam Sandler movie that had a hibiscus in it? Never mind.
So I was going to say, though, that mace. I want to look at that mace.
It's a pretty standard mace, but as with everything else, it has, well, in this case, it has the Happy Goat armory markings.
Oh, yep, there it is. Yeah.
Remember, one of the caravans was moving armor and weapons from a particular forge all the way up through here. Obviously, it didn't get very far.
And that was it's an ice hibiscus tea to Bono.
Yummy.
But yes, Happy Goat is the most common so far in the weaponry and armory of this place.
Happy Goat
been raided.
Armory.
Yeah.
Gregory helps you search the bodies. There's no sounds of anyone coming, and in fact, your fire hasn't burnt out yet.
Yeah. It hasn't. So hopefully my fire is...
That one has a mace. 2 others have long swords.
All right. I'm going to look at the long
Some others have battle axes. It's kind of mixed armor, kind of plain. Well, I mean weapons, kind of plain. However, you will find 12 times 6, so 72 pieces of silver.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Between them, each of them have 12, so that's off the top of my head. 12 times 6.
Yeah, 12 times 6 would be 6.
72.
Yeah, 72.
I still have some of it in my brain.
I almost said 62, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then you carry the one from the 12, so it makes it 72.
Yeah. Excellent. Well done. Yeah.
Yes, and I didn't even use a calculator. I'm so happy with myself, and I'm happy with you.
Again, the silver seems to be tied to coins that you're not completely familiar with. Some of them are actually caravan coins. Depending upon the caravan, they have their own markings.
Oh, that's correct, yeah.
But some of them are from somewhere else. You'll find a decent amount of oxidization on them. So you'll find black areas where the silver has tarnished, which are pretty old. Glancing at any of those, since no one has actually focused on them since the palm one, Gregory going, well, since it was significant and I didn't know it, he turns one of the coins towards you, one of the ones with the most oxidization.
Oh, yeah.
And it has that despaired face on it, which is an actual standard gold coin size, as if perhaps there was a church currency.
It must have been a church currency, because that is the same face. That is the same face as the coin piece.
Kiana is like, oh, did you say church currency? Let me take a look.
Not the Gilded.
Yeah. I would have to say there's probably some ancient currency tied to a church. Paladin comes back and kind of sort of pushes, Tiana a little bit back to, give you some space.
I expect him to, slowly judge because it's that that twisted face. He's like, yeah, church.
Yes.
It's the nutting jaw.
Bastardized demons. Yeah, no, okay.
Oh, that works. So yeah, the most blackened silver coins.
Yeah, out of all the coins, you're probably looking at about 40 of them are ancient coins.
Ooh.
The rest of them are mixed caravan coins. The caravan coins have a certain weight of silver, so no matter where they go, if they drop the coins on a scale, it'll still have a value. Some of the caravans have cheaper silver, which has impurities like nickel mixed into it, but some of them have a more pure silver.
Wait,
so you'll find some sterling here and there, which grants it less of a malleability, i.e.
Right.
British pound sterling. So kind of cute.
Cute. Oh, but it just suddenly dawned on me.
Yeah.
That these particular oxidation coins and stuff, the coins that we've been finding, and the fact that there's been a body holding the almost palm size gold piece.
That was rather large for some of the gold you found down here.
Yes.
Too.
So, and I was going to say that was probably a medallion made of gold. My assumption.
Well, there's no way to put it on as there's no way to. Oh, go ahead.
That was my assumption. Not a real thing. Because
it could be real. You never know.
Because there is no sign of it being tied to something or able to be tied to something.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of coming to this understanding of: are these particular hobgoblins and goblins really following that particular deity, or is some of the caravan folk actually following that deity?
Are you vocalizing that, or are you internalizing?
I'm internalizing that because I have no proof yet. I'm not going to vocalize it yet. Good night,
Good night, bro. Love you, man.
I'm internalizing that right now because I
catch you Monday if we can.
Yes, I want to be able to find more evidence that supports this theory that I have right now before I vocalize it to the others. Because right now it's hearsay. It's me.
Well, you do have a priest with you.
That is true, but we only have one confirmation of one of the carriages having that twisted face on it. On its wood when we found it.
Which was noted as being fated magic.
Yes. Yes.
So go ahead and give me a wisdom roll.
Oh, I will. Ooh. I like rolling wisdom. It's not my best stat, but it's my favorite. 7. I have a 15 wisdom.
As you're pondering the symbols and in your head, thinking, or at least mulling over the words involving the caravan itself, you're wondering, maybe, who's to know? The markings obviously are on the caravan that had magic on it, so there is some measure of logic that seems to suggest that there is still a priestly order or something like that that might be placing these marks.
Yes. Because it matches similarly to the monastery that we left in the horror of the hill situation that had still some magic to it. Alrighty, Bono. Good night.
Good night. Good night, Bono.
I will be good. So indeed, at that point, it is likely to believe to be the case. I still won't voice it yet because I don't have enough to go off of. But I'm gonna definitely.
It was something it was something that I figured you would be like, wait. Obviously, someone can make magic that deals with the symbol. It would be obvious, and I wanted to make sure you remembered that there was magic involved.
There is.
Other than that, I can't help you with anything else.
Oh no,
that would be That would be untoward for a DM.
Yes, and no, that makes a lot more sense. Like I said, I need to go find the evidence, so that's me keeping in mind to myself. But with that, I can confirm though that 40 silver pieces have the twisted face on them.
Yep.
So it is definitely likely a currency of some kind tied to whatever this twisted face is.
So, anyway, nothing seems to come towards you, and after you do the searches, actually well before you're done, your flaming sphere dies out.
Good. Because then we can...
The place you want to head to is where you sent the sphere.
Yes, that's why I was like, now we can proceed.
So there appears to be maybe a clear passage through there.
Alright, we can continue onward. We have looked at all of the stuff that's here, and I will keep notate of the currencies.
Obviously, going back to double file unless something changes.
Nope.
Staying single file?
Going back to double file is what I was agreeing with. Sorry.
Huh.
My note was there was no changes.
Okay. I'll just read this off. Just off the twisting hallway on the south wall, open arch. Part of the ground has been scorched on its way here. You can see blacking from the licks of flame that mostly have scorched the ground in the center of the passage. To the east is where you've come from. So, west appears to continue to another zigzag and disappears out of view. The room seems to be rather partially furnished, if that. The chairs have been pulled away from a rudimentary table, and there seems to be no indication of anything other than that they've been sitting there, waiting quietly for a long time. Probably because they're guarding, but you know.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point.
I assume you continue past that, or are you planning to poke around?
We'll finally poke around, because we actually didn't poke around that time. At this guard room.
Well, unfortunately for you, as you poke around the room, you find nothing of particular interest, except on the table are a few scattered coins and bone dice made of the knuckles of something or another.
All right, then we will continue onward.
Are you taking up the coins, or are you leaving them?
I'm going to take up the coins.
There are roughly 30 pieces of silver.
Interesting.
And 50 pieces of copper, kind of jumbled up. Not so much a pile, not stacked, because that would just be too refined.
No, it's just there.
But amidst them are earthen mugs of various types, some wooden, just a mishmash of drinking implements. You can smell what may be some sort of brackish liquor. It doesn't seem particularly appetizing, but it would probably do the trick.
That would make sense for them. I whacked my microphone on accident. Yes, we will continue onward past this room after I've gathered the coins.
All right, moving on from here, after spending your time, having also left corpses in your wake as you did the first time around.
Yes.
That search requires an encounter roll.
Yes, that's true. Let me get the encounter roll for you.
As you know, things come and go on a semi-regular basis.
Correct. 5.
All right. You are not disturbed.
intriguing.
You head out of the room, and you can find a zigzag passage quite easily. There's the old stains of blood from the last creatures that you have behind. It's a bit of a sticky resin, all black, of course. They've been moved, so obviously you don't see the bodies, but you do see tracks of them scraping away.
Yes.
They stopped bleeding quite a while ago, so the drag marks are just from what residual blood is hanging off their bodies. You come to the entry point of the. Now you've stripped quite a bit. Well, actually, you haven't stripped a lot. You've stripped anything that was from Talonbrook,
Yes.
or the Crimson March, and you stripped a few of the things from the caravan itself.
Yeah.
Which I believe was a jeweled dagger.
Yes.
It
was magical.
And that was... Oh, and the plate mail, which of course was Talonbrook armor.
Yes.
Okay, and the halberd. Yeah, congratulations, us. So remaining is a human-sized suit of plate, a dwarven-sized suit of plate, etc., etc. Things are there. You're not taking your time. You kind of remember what's there. No sign of hobgoblins. However, on the far wall, in this case diagonally from you about 40 feet away, is the blood stains that seem to go through the wall. And you remember that as having been something...
Repeat
or
that?
you had been ambushed from.
Yes, yes. Because that was the secret door.
So it would seem.
So that is confirmation at that point. Where Nom pretty much points out that's the secret door that they used to ambush us, since we didn't realize, since we were ambushed in this hallway going up to the full armory.
Well,
as I relook at my map.
So, so what do you do? DaBun's like, well, obviously it's a secret door of some sort. Have you opened it, or did they open it, just used it to follow them?
They opened it on us, so in this
Or
case,
were you forced to fall back after defeating them?
we were forced to fall back. We lost too many at the time.
So whatever's on the other side of the door remains, is what you're saying.
I believe it heads into the armory that has the jewel dagger. Or actually, no, wait, hold on. Let me relook at my old notes. Because I have it. That has, in particular, had the encounter, that room. It had a gnarly stick. There was one vial of poison, 2 pearl earrings, long sword, carved. So that wasn't the... and this is off table in this case. That wasn't the full armory that we were ambushed in. Was it?
Nope.
No.
If there was an armory other than that you're talking about, the answer is no.
No, that it wasn't. Because this one was we gone in here, we were looking at stuff, they ambushed us from the secret door, and they managed to hone in on us, and the person, or a hobgoblin, had...
So if I...
Oh, you may.
Judging from your notes, which were erratic at that point in time, you found that this was indeed a narrow passage that led to another passage, where you found what might have been a small guard barracks, which you did find. It was a room that was quite Spartan, only requiring the stacked bunks to house hobgoblins, large water barrels in the southwest corner of the room, along with a couple of stools, and at any given time, there was at one point in time hobgoblins, blah, 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 congratulations. There wasn't anything interesting there, however, you did find another door. And that door led into this particular room that I will just.
Yes.
Now, bum bum bum. Let me get this set up real quick because it was sizable. There was an interesting thing about this that I pointed some stupid shit out. All right, so here we go. It was a long room, doubling as a throne room. 30 feet down hangs a hide partition, and propped up in that location is a high back chair carved by a skilled craftsman.
Pause.
10 feet in front of the chair. What?
I don't have those notes.
Well, you don't need to because you mentioned the gnarled stick.
Yes, I did. Continue.
You should also remember the behind the partition was an iron chest under the bed. There was a woman there that turned out to be a mixture of goblin and hobgoblin, a and a half.
Yes, okay, the 1/4.
And so they were all there. You just didn't make the notes.
I made the notes of who was in there. Yeah. No, I okay. Yes.
So it was high back chair carved by a skilled craftsman from somewhere, probably from the caravans. 10 feet in front of the chair is a low folding table occupied by 4 ceramic jugs and 1 clay jug of alcohol, and surrounded by 6 canvas-backed seats. On the east wall, extremely close to the main entrance, is another door, roughly the same size. East and west walls are lined with mismatched banners, but are otherwise unadorned. A large grotesque figure in plate armor, toting a shield and armed with a longsword, growls from the chair at the far end. This was describing what you saw before.
Yes.
They had a fine belt with a silver. It was silver studded with 5 opals.
Yes.
And mother of pearl.
That's the room.
A carved ivory gripped longsword that seemed to be master crafted or finely crafted. Beyond the hide, a poorly hidden partition, lies a large bed covered in fine ermine furs, white, 100 gold pieces worth. A large iron box rests at the foot of the bed, and a hearth has been carved into the south wall, and a door can be seen on the east wall back there. A veiled woman in a simple frock can be found near the fireplace, prodding the embers with a stick. If alerted, she will, etc., etc., etc.
Yes.
Okay, from that person's body, you found a dagger and a wand. Also pearl earrings.
Yes. So that's where the gnarly stick comes into. Correct. We were at that point. We had lost too many people to actually safely search this room, and we had to go back to the camp. So,
yeah.
Yes.
Other than what I was mentioning before, not much else going on. No, you use the secret passage to end up in the barracks, which people have moved things. So let me double check my map here because sometimes printouts are stupid.
And you may. I'm going to mute myself and go into intermission to use the restroom.
Sure. Okay, yeah. I see.
Thank you. It is intermission time. Ta-da. Hello, hello, and we are back. We are ready. We're gonna be closing this up soon, so with the secret passage that I know was the foot. Excuse me, that was a burp. Actually, I didn't check if the dungeon master was ready.
What?
I was like, wait, hold on. I didn't check if the dungeon master was ready.
What? Okay, so let's go. Wait, all right. So you can't. Okay, all the stuff I said before was what you remember.
Yeah, it's a flashback. It's a memory. So
And
we're standing at the secret passage of now.
I'm gonna check a couple things real quick.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to check those couple things.
Yeah, but I was away doing things like draining my bits and bobs.
Yeah, you were using the restroom like I was. Not at the same time, please, people who's listening, please understand that it was at different times.
We're all gonna go in.
No, it's not. It's not the lobby, please.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all. Oh.
And get ourselves a drink. No.
Well, we already did that. We did already do that. I did tuck Bunno into bed. Bunno went to bed. Night night. Sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
I did.
Oh my god. Well, that's broken.
Oh no. When I hear.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not. It's not broken. It's not broken. It seems broken.
Oh, it seems.
But it's not broken. It's not broken.
Okay, it seems broken. That's the important factor.
It seems broken because of the nature of this particular section of the gorge. All right, so you found the secret door. Well, you walk up to the secret door. Clearly, Dominic and DaBun both see that, well, obviously, something has been pulled through the door. It's clearly identifiable right now.
Yes. Because of
the black marks on the ground. Gregory just kind of like looks at you, says, "You ready?"
I'm ready. Go ahead.
And of course, Kiana's like, "Thanks for asking me." And the paladin just kind of stares, as he is wont to do. You've only heard him speak once.
That's true. Actually, he only speaks to the priest.
So Gregory motions Dominic out of the way as he goes over to the section of the wall you remember and touches the toe of his boot to a small bit of stone close to the wall, snug in fact. And the passageway itself slowly grinds open. Beyond that, you see 20 feet of stone, which is about 10 feet wide. I believe the ceiling height is about a standard of 7 to 10 feet. Let me go ahead and double check this.
I think it was 15.
Some of them are. It depends on how it's been carved open. So
you have a good point.
This is the wrong spot. What are you guys doing to me? Oh, thank you for that pencil. Man.
Oh, that's the guard station? Oh, we have been at the guard station. Wow. I only had to find the notes for that.
Oh, yeah, you have been through a lot of this, and you chose to switch to Yuki. For a couple months, and then we actually went across the country.
We did.
And we finally came back, and we finished the Yuki bit, and you're like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to Nam. And I'm like, holy crap.
And I only now just found out the South Wall Archway tied to Zigzag Guard Station.
Well, and that's not here. So.
I know it isn't. I was just making a tidbit.
Oh, yeah. No, yes, you're right. We just discussed that. You went up the angle. There was that south wall with the guard barracks and then a zigzag that went to the armory. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So so far my notes say that the armory is 15-foot ceiling height.
Well, because the armory is huge.
Making this room probably that 10-foot.
This is a hallway, so...
Oh, no, the hallway, yeah, that. Forget what I said.
I have things listed here, if I may. Look at them.
You may continue looking at them. I'm looking at my notes. That's what I said.
Hallways are different sizes. Now, I have an entire listing at the beginning of this of the average hallways. Okay, the average height of a hallway runs, at this point in time, about 10 feet tall.
Okay, yes.
Whereas in the goblin passages run anywhere 7, 8, or in some cases 10 feet tall. And then, of course, there's rooms stacked 15 to 20 feet. So we'll talk about that maybe, I don't know, later.
Very much later. I'm going to let you continue.
You had a flashback of where you've been.
Yes.
The passage is opened up. There's a 10-foot wide hallway that runs 20 feet to what appears to be a blank section. Of course, you can see the drag marks from what you fought in here. Actually, you didn't fight anything in here, to be exact. Maybe one thing from the armory. The armory itself went to engage you at the barracks section, or excuse me, the guard station.
Yes.
You killed 3 of them there. You came back and one was left to defend, but it seems that the bodies from there were dragged. Anyway, without going too crazy on this, you follow the 20-foot wide passage to the dead end wall. Gregory, having also remembered this, presses his hand against a stone of a small size next to the wall, and it grinds open, and then we go ahead and I need to roll a surprise check for what's on the other side. They are oddly, or maybe not oddly, not surprised.
We made quite the noise.
So we go into party initiative. Well, the passage opened, and they were not caught off guard. So here, let me go ahead. You go ahead and roll.
I'm rolling. I was just setting something on the ground, and it actually made a loud slap.
I heard that.
I rolled a 2.
So did I.
No.
So did I. So Gregory busted the door. Well, didn't bust the door. He activated the secret door, which swings into the room.
Yes.
You hear calls, semi-familiar in a guttural language, and you can hear some rattling sounds. First of all, the guards in this section that are not necessarily... Okay, so first of all, those of that see into the room, I'll go ahead and do a light description as quickly as I can. The room that you thought of originally was set as Spartan has a small table in it now with stools. The stools were originally lining parts of the walls, but it looks like they've decided to be ready for bits and bobs. And the people that are awake here are, well, they're just there. You can smell a reek in this room that it can only be described as goblinoid poop, essentially. But the table, as you open the door, is kicked over, and motion seems to be happening. The goblins, as you can see, or the hobgoblins, are basically garbed in something like padded armor or quilted armor. It doesn't look like they were pretty much set to have any kind of engagement, but they are ready. They have weapons at their side. These particular ones are armed mixed with battle axe and swords. And you know this room to be sizable. Roughly 20 feet north to south, 20 feet east to west, and basically the entry room is a 10 by 10 with a 15-foot high ceiling in the main section. It is housed with bunks.
Alrighty.
And usually those bunks are partially emptied due to the fact that the people here have been stretched around the compound.
Yes.
The defenders here are what would be considered about 4 of them.
Alrighty.
You can't see anything, but you can hear the sound of others disturbed from what would assume slumber. They make sounds that are kind of groggy, if you can actually tell the difference. And you can hear the sounds of bunks rattling.
Alrighty. I will notate that you're occasionally being cut off by something. I'm not sure what it is, but your
I don't know.
your sentences do occasionally get completely cut off. So I've been trying to mute
Well,
myself.
no, it's not your fault. Let me go ahead and check freaking Discord.
Yeah, that was the
All right,
next thing.
so let me just rephrase the most important parts. You hear the sounds of other hobgoblins or goblins or whatever in the room.
Yes.
The table has been kicked over. A meal of some sort is spilled across the floor, as well as drinks and mugs. On the other side of that table are 4 individuals who are drawing weapons and trying to keep low. One assumes they heard something about, well, archery.
Yeah. So luckily I did get the room description, so that did come through.
Oh, that's good. What matters the most is you're in the narrow opening, quote unquote narrow, if 10 feet wide is narrow. And on the other side is a table ready to receive you. Good news, they don't seem to have ranged weapons. Bad news, they're tucked behind the table, and hitting them would be difficult.
Difficult.
It's about maybe 2.5 inches of solid oak framed. So good luck shooting an arrow through that. In this case, a bolt.
Correct. I'm double checking a spell. And otherwise, I've got plenty of range on that one. Now, see, the 40-foot cube would be my concern. Not cubic, but 40-foot cube. What would that entail in this 20-foot by 20-foot room?
Not 40 cubic feet, but a 40-foot cube.
40-foot cube, yep.
Are you talking about a 40 by 40 by 40 cube?
It's 40-foot cube.
Okay. Well, it didn't say cubic feet, so yeah, 40.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh, here we go. I.e. a 40-foot cubic volume centered as called for by the caster. There it is.
Okay, 40-foot cubic volume.
Yes.
So if you were to go 20 by 20, you would have 40, but that would all be two-dimensional. So you're talking about, well, let me go ahead and divide this down real quick.
Yeah, so since it's cubic foot,
Well,
be...
there's technically, okay, so you roughly are having a 10 by 10 by 10 area, which is actually kind of more like 30 cubic feet. So if I were to blend that out to taking 30 to 40 and divide 10 by the 4 sides,
yeah, it is
and then add that to the 10 equals. So you're looking at probably about, ridiculously, about, if you round up, about 13 by 13 by 13. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a 15 roll.
All right.
So it's roughly like I said, I'm going to round it up to what, 13? No, 15.
Yeah, 15.
Okay, so we're talking a 10-foot square. Blah, blah, blah. by a 10-foot square by the ceiling heights, with 5 kind of roaming around. So 1.5 squares in all directions. Now, what is it? Is it malleable? Because if it's malleable, then there's 5 feet pushed off from the ceiling.
Yeah, no, it's not malleable. It just says 40-foot cube. So I shouldn't have gone with the IE, a 40-foot cubic volume center.
Well, no, you should have. You should have, because that's what the spell says.
Yes.
It's one of those things where that's the actual rule.
That is true.
So if you read the spell and it says cubic feet, it does change the dynamics completely.
Yeah, so it says area effect 40-foot cube, 1 creature per level. But when you look at its description, the magic affects the number of creatures equal to the spellcaster's level if they are within the area of effect chosen by the wizard, i.e., a 40-foot cubic volume center as called for by the caster.
Yeah, that's 40 cubic feet.
Yeah.
If you calculate all the directions, all dimensions, it should come out to 40.
Yes.
And technically a cube has like 6 sides, so I'm not going to screw myself on this one. Because 6-sided die, hello. So if you really wanted to do it, you're looking at 40 feet divided by 6.
Yeah.
And that's it permanently?
Yeah, it doesn't say it changes.
Jeez. How many creatures?
1 creature per level. So
None of that makes sense.
On 6 levels.
You know why it doesn't make sense?
I know, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm going to tell you why it doesn't make sense. Well, you can blend it out. You can spread it however you want to, really. Because cubic feet means that you could have 10 feet by 10 feet by, I don't know, 20 feet.
I mean, I've used the slow spell constantly, and I'm over here like also equally confused as you are.
Well, no, I'm not confused. I am absolutely not confused. If I'm confused, it's because we've been using it as a 40-foot cube, not 40 cubic feet.
Right, and that's what
There's
it says.
absolutely a difference between a cube, a 40-foot cube, and 40 cubic feet.
Yeah.
It absolutely, because a 40-foot cube is 40 by 40 by 40, all the way down to dimension.
And that's what it says in the area of effect, so I didn't look further in the details.
Well, yeah, then now you've read it, and it's 40 cubic feet, which is
different. It's not the same thing.
Well, it's absolutely not the same thing.
It's not. So I'm going to stick with the 40-foot.
It has changed everything completely. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. How many people can you affect?
I can only affect up to 6 creatures, equal to the...
So all 6 creatures are supposed to fit into the dimensions.
Wait, hold on. The magic affects the number of creatures equal to the spellcaster's level. Yes. So they have to be...
Yeah, and they have to be in the area of effect.
Yep.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Does the dimensions change as you level?
No.
All right, then I'm making the rule that I've been using before. It says a 40-foot cube. Congratulations, us.
Yes.
The 40-foot cube. The number of creatures you can affect in it are going to be affected. There is a saving throw.
There is. It's a negative saving throw, but there is a saving throw.
I don't care. It makes no sense to be able to affect 6 people, and if all the things are broken down into 5-foot sections, for example.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. So the saving throw.
You would literally have to have everybody standing in a line for no reason.
Yeah, that's where I was confused. So I was like, area effect. It makes sense. It was 40-foot cube. That's it. It was just a cube, not cubic feet. Nothing like that. It was a 40...
So a 40-foot cube, if you want to talk about cubic feet, if you want to talk about cubic feet tied to a 40 by 40 by 40 by...
Yeah.
Well, it would be fucking 40.
Yes.
And since it doesn't actually tie into ceiling height and stuff. It's not going to be squished. Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway, yeah, moving on.
I don't care what people think on that, but it makes no sense to have something that affects more than one person. But you know what? Look, if my gamers were to be like, yeah, let's do it, and then they got hit by the same thing themselves, and they're like, this sucks, let's not do it, then I would not do it.
But we're going to go with what the area effect of slow is, which is 40-foot cube. That's
designated without reading.
Yeah, without reading it, that's exactly how it is.
All right, so you are doing that. What's your casting time?
My casting time is 3, so I believe they'll be able to go before.
You are adding it together, please.
Oh, right, yes.
Your initiative round is
my initiative
modified by Dex if you have one.
And I do. So I have, so it was, because you rolled a 1, I rolled a 4, I go on 1 plus 3 would make it 4.
You begin casting on 1, so chanting occurs.
Yes.
They don't have crossbows, so they're kind of like, oh, I hear chanting. So movement-wise, do they panic? Let me check. The 4 guys are like, I'm not going to sit here and wait to be killed. So they charge, shouting, caster, or in this case, they don't say caster, they say shaman, because that's their experience.
That's in the
but you kind of don't understand what they're saying, so why am I saying that?
No, I have no clue. But
they shout something in a language and seem to be focusing on you.
Oh, good.
They do have to charge past Dominic and Gregory and DaGun. DaGun goes on 4 and whatnot. Yep. So their movement is to charge up. Unfortunately, they can't get past them unless they jack up Gregory or Dominic. Gregory, I did not state arrow knocks, drawing an arrow.
Yes, that's true. You didn't state knocks.
So he's pulling an arrow from the quiver, raising the bow to line it up, and he will probably be backpedaling as soon as he can.
Yes.
So, you go on 4.
Correct.
So my question is, where do you place it when you finish casting?
I'm putting it to where the edge of that 40-foot cube is at that entry point. So the whole room, to the best.
So we're just a foot, 2 inches, 1 inch away from your guys.
2 inches. 2 inches. From my
2
guys.
inches.
Yeah.
So immediately, absolutely in front of them, the spell goes off.
Yes.
Which will cover a significant portion of the room. And I'm looking at.
Yes.
Give me a second. Because 40-foot cube is considerably large.
It is. That's why I like using slow underground.
You said 6 people.
Yes, up to 6 people. They get -4 to the
No, absolutely 6 people. The room's not big enough to handle a 40 by 40 by 40.
Yes, it's 1 creature per level, and I'm a 6 level.
It could have a 20 by 30, but that's not going to happen.
No.
It doesn't even spill out long enough. Well, that would be scary. All right, let's go. Saving throws. Made with an 18. Whoa, made with a 17. Okay, tell me.
With -4 to their spell saving throw.
Well, okay, they have to crit then. So missed. Missed. The rest of the room. Missed. All right, so as your spell goes off, their vocals become very smooth, and their movements are slow. So while they come up across everybody really fast, their weapons just seem to be moving in slow motion, which means your guys get to attack first.
Yes.
So the Gaunt kind of crosses you, reaches out, pulls Gregory back as he's trying to knock an arrow, which kind of pisses Gregory off a little bit. The Gaunt then hefts his shield and pushes into the slow-mo. But Dominic is actually a little faster.
Dominic is...
Pretty sure. Let me double check. Because Dex matters to initiative.
Yes. He's got that, he's got the bonus to his armor class, not,
Yeah, if he has a bonus to his armor class, then he might have a bonus to his initiative.
Yeah, so, at that point, that is something you have to
If he has a +1 to his armor class, then okay, no.
Yeah,
if he has a +2, then he has +1 to his reaction.
You commented about it being +1, but it's okay.
I'm just double checking. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have it. So,
I was gonna say.
And well, let's look at the Gaunt because it might be simultaneous.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that was Dominic, not Gregory. Jesus. Okay, Dominic would be drawing with an 8 weapon speed. And he would go with a movement of 2 on the adjustment. So your guys were going on 4, right?
Yes, I rolled a 4.
So his arrows would go off on 2. Screw DaBun.
Oh, yeah. Greg's like, I'm not. Here we
go. Gregory fires, and out the corner of his eye, he can see DaGaunt coming because DaGaunt ain't some stealth lord. He starts backpedaling and launching arrows as fast as he can.
Which is what Gregory was already planning to do. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I forgot. 8 weapon speed minus there is... Yeah, no, it's not happening.
That's why you mentioned DaGaunt pulling him away.
He saw DaGaunt coming. DaGaunt freaking jumped in the... Well, yanked him out the way to get up and form a wall.
Yep.
Dominic, I only questioned because I wanted to know if he attacked first, which he doesn't.
Yes.
Now, if DaGaunt has the same weapon speed and everything, then it happens at the same time. If he has a better dex, then he goes first.
And that's where we get to look at it. Yeah.
Which is what I'm doing. I was just checking Gregory because he has an 18 dex, which is unusual when you're rolling 3 dice 6, period.
Oh, yes.
No rerolls, just 3 dice 6. 18 is an amazing thing.
Absolutely. I keep forgetting that me and Gregory, Gregory shares with me almost the same dex. That's why I enjoy him being here.
DaGaunt's dex does not modify anything, although if you were to count them going at the same time, his dex is lower than Dominic's, so technically Dominic goes first.
Yep, there you go.
Dominic braces his shield. He goes for the first one that arrives. They're going by 2s. So it's axe and longsword. Longsword's on his side, so he just slashes over the top. Because I said no one reloaded their crossbows or were ready for that.
Yep. No, nobody reloaded
their
crossbows.
Yeah, no. They still have the crossbows dangling, which is not the great thing. They're not charging anywhere, so congratulations. So anyway, he slashes, misses. DaGaunt goes 19. Yeah, he hits. Yeah. Of course he would. 2 plus, I believe, 3. I'm doing a double check. Actually, I don't need to go too far.
I was gonna.
Yeah. So 5 points. Ooh. He hammers that hobgoblin, which makes the system shock. What?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna voice that they do get +4 to hit on them.
Well, a 10 plus 4 is a 14. And that means Dominic with his Thaka. Okay, no, Dominic hits with an AC 4.
I didn't want to completely rob you yet.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not trying to be a dick. Thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah. I almost forgot to bring it up. That's why I reloaded
he does roll a 1, however.
Oh!
I don't... No, for damage, not to hit.
I know. I was like, oh, that's...
And he is +1 to damage because he's not specialized yet. So he does 2 points of damage to the one on his side. So...
My bad.
Which gives that guy some hit points.
Some excitement.
2 minus... and DaBun, what did I say he rolled damage-wise?
I didn't... Oh, wait. He rolled a 5, I think. It was enough for a system shock.
A total 5.
I believe so.
And did I roll the system shock?
You were talking about... yes, you rolled a... You said it made a system shock. Before I...
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, because you're bleh, train of thought. But please interrupt so that I don't ruin the stuff that you spent time doing.
Right.
What your thing does is not only make them hit, they don't get to attack this round.
No, they don't.
Unless they made their saves, they attack next round.
Absolutely. And they get negatives to hit us as well.
Yeah, but they attack next round, so it doesn't freaking matter, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, it kind of does matter, but okay. My bad to say that. All right, so one is taking 4, the other's taking 5. They both taken horrible damage. They both survived. But the ones behind them, which are not in melee, are in Gregory's domain.
Yes.
Nobody else except... Actually, nobody else, unless someone clears the lane or drop to one knee. Nobody else does this. So Here we go. Gregory is, what, a third thief?
Yeah, he is. Yes.
And he's dedicated at bow. He has 2-weapon fighting style as his...
Yes. As
weapon, at his 3rd level weapon proficiency. I think it's 3rd level weapon.
Yeah, it is. Wait.
It doesn't matter. Bow happens.
Yeah, bow happens.
He's absolutely specialized in bow. Proficient in dagger.
Correct. I was just double checking on the weapon proficiency.
Bow happening. Firing to the ones just behind. And he's gonna be like plug, and if that guy goes down, he rotates. So plug, 17, that's gonna hit. Plug, 14, that's gonna hit, and then he rotates to the second guy. 18, that's gonna hit too.
Gregory.
He's using sheaf arrows. So the first guy, he goes. There's no freaking question. He goes down.
That Gregory, man. Gregory.
That axeman just crumples almost instantly. The arrow, first of all, locks up one of his joints. The second one hits him pretty close to a vital area that may or may not result in just bleeding out internally. The last one being launched in, I rolled a 7. Okay. So, wow. So the sword wielder on that side kind of staggers back, confused, unable to actually move. His weapon actually drops out of his hand.
Oh yeah, the beauty of, wait, I am slow.
And he just stares, all in slow motion. So you see the weapon slowly, well, his hand slowly releases. That's not how slow works. If slow worked, it'd be like a slow field, which would be over time. But it does because anybody entering, fuck off. That's why there's... So, anyway speaking. If it wasn't it fucks off, then there's actually a slow barrier anybody entering it would be slowed.
Right, it's not that case. No, it affects only the...
As long as the duration runs, anybody going in there would be slowed. I'm tempted, but I'm not going to. I'm not. Maybe I'm not a dick. I don't know. I might be a dick.
But no, in this case, we have it...
I don't think I'm a dick because you avoided some interesting stuff today.
I did.
Well, we're moving straight on. You did your thing.
Yes.
Everybody that could melee did their thing. Gregory did his thing. Oh my.
Oh my.
The priest is like, well, no one seems damaged yet. Perhaps I should be moved closer to the front. The paladin then goes up after Gregory having done his stuff. It kind of shoves him to his side, says, "Pardon." That's the first thing you hear from him. That's not directed to
the priest.
The priest. Or you. He actually said something to you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did communicate with me a little bit.
Once. Just one time.
Yeah, just one time.
The priest moves towards the front line in case anything happens. However, he's confused. He raises his gilded mask a bit and goes, "Oh my," before pulling his mask down very quickly. His back's to you, so you don't see it. So,
I know,
congratulations.
and I was concentrating on that spell for a bit.
So,
yes.
We will go into a new initiative. Actually, we won't, because you guys go first.
Yes.
We go by weapon speed and casting time, so what do you plan to do?
I, in fact, am going to change to my Logitong and join in the front.
Excuse me. It has reach. How much reach does it have?
It's the dual crescent polearm. So,
yes, I know, but since it's more of a bladed staff, it's usually about 1 to 2 feet taller than you.
Yes, so I am 5'8", so it would be 6 foot to 6'1" tall.
Well, 1 to 2 feet taller, so I guess so. Yeah. No, it'd be almost 7, probably.
Oh yes. Okay, yes. Because 5'8".
Plus 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's still going to be about 7.
Yeah, so it would be either 6 foot.
So yes, you could move up and do some jabs over the shoulders. Although, how tall are you? Well, I already heard how tall you were. You're probably going to be jabbing between shots.
Yes, that's normally what I'm designed to do. Yeah, it's through shots.
So what you do is to gaunt shove Gregory back. You move up to either jab between Dominic and DeGaunt, or around Dominic, unless you want Gregory to go somewhere else. However, the priest pushed him back, so the priest is next to you. Actually, he's just behind DeGaunt. He watches you approach and goes, "Well, aren't we proactive?"
Oh, indeed. And I will support Dominic's side completely.
He smirks and looks at you again and goes, "Do you really think all of this is worth the spell you just cast?"
It makes it easier. I have
I mean, look at them. Look at them. I could talk for an hour. They wouldn't do anything.
I know. That's the wonderful point of this spell. I have another one for a better occasion.
Just, actually, he's completely exaggerating it. No, actually, I think I'm...
We're being smug talking.
All right, so you've moved. Are you proficient in it or specialized?
Specialized. I am specialized in the.
So you draw it and approach immediately, and now we're on speed.
Yep, I'm now on a 6 weapon speed. Wait.
All right, so you go on.
Speeds. Oh, 3 weapon speed because I didn't change how my defender Logitong is. So I've got.
Oh, well, no, it's magical, so.
Yes, it has a weapon speed of 3.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. I was
so what did you roll?
I didn't get to roll that yet. Oh my goodness.
I didn't actually have you roll, so never mind. You're right. These guys go last. My bad. But you're probably gonna go before everyone else.
Yes, so I am. Tell me what enemy I can access.
Well, if you've got jabby points at your heights, you're looking at an axle. No, wait, hold on. Jesus.
Actually, I'm pretty sure they're.
Give me a second. There is one guy that has folded, and one guy that isn't folded. But that doesn't count because it's an arrow shot.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
Dominic's side.
shite.
Dominic's side.
Nothing has moved close enough yet.
Okay, then I'll op. I'm perfectly fine with opping.
So you're looking at the last end of the round, and in fact, when I'm looking at the numbers here,
I almost lost dice.
no, I take that back. There's one close.
Oh.
The first one's close. The second one's unconscious. The third one's not close. No.
Oh, there it is.
The third one's close. Well, the first one's close. The third one is, not close. Second one, also not close. Actually, the second one and the fourth one are dead or unconscious. Who knows?
Who knows?
You can actually take a jab at one.
All right. I will, because I only get one attack for this. So I will take the one jab at the one closest to me. AC 1.
You didn't roll like a 1.
No. I rolled a 5. Plus 4.
You just kind of like paused for a second.
I had to count. That's why I paused.
Oh, one will hit. For sure.
Oh, yes. I would have let you know if it was a 1.
This one is already injured.
Oh, yeah.
I think Gaunt missed. No. This one's actually injured.
Oh, it was Dominic. He rolled the 1 on his damage.
Yeah, so Dominic actually tried to pierce this one, did not succeed.
Yeah.
However, you succeed, so roll damage.
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points of damage.
You freaking jabbed this thing. Because of damage, we're going to go ahead jab them in the throat.
Yes, because it's the crest.
And they go down with a spray that they slowly, in slow motion, try to go up and clutch at as they fall down. Their body slowly falls back, but they still fall down just normal speed as they might be convulsing. Doesn't matter. They hold on to it, maybe, by the end of the round.
Yes. And that is my attack.
Well, Dominic and DaGaunt kind of glance at the corpses because they've all pretty much fallen. And DaGaunt says, how long is this going to last?
Oh, it's going to last 8 more rounds. So essentially...
8 minutes. You say 8 minutes.
8 minutes. It's going to last 8 minutes.
All right, we hold this position. As they come, we take them.
Yes. Because they should be attacked.
So the frontliners op. Gregory, who's been shoved around, ops. The priest's like, well, no one got injured. How terrible.
Boo-hoo.
Meanwhile, people from the racks are in slow motion grabbing stuff. Yeah. Slow motion grabbing stuff. You guys... you're waiting there, yeah?
Yes. I won't press. We're actually in a good position.
Fortunately for you, they're just grabbing weapons and trying to be quick. Otherwise, they'd be taking all this slow motion time to try to don armor and not get in your way.
Oh, yeah.
However, at half movement, I assume, or quarter movement, which one is it?
It's half. It's half movement.
They have rolled out of their bunks, grabbed what they could, and are slowly just, $1 million man running. I would say they're running fast, but no, it just looks slow. So, a mix of axes and swords dressed in rudimentary anything. So, I mean, they're not even wearing hide.
No, they literally went for the racks to get their weapons. They didn't.
So they're mostly naked. Well, not the racks. They just went to their bedpost sections, yanked it out of the sheaths.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes.
And then kind of rolled towards you.
Yes, that makes more sense.
However, all of them mostly are out of visual range.
Yes.
You guys are opt. 3 rounds go by before you see anything.
All right.
These guys get impatient. They wait.
All right. So we are 5 minutes in.
Absolutely, which means you have 3 rounds left. When the first of the sword and axe team shows up, Gregory unloads the moment he sees targets. Since he's off.
Oh, yes. Actually, you're correct. I wrote it down.
Hits. Crits. Fuck.
Woo!
And 17. So hits, crits, and 17.
Yeah, there he goes.
So the first hit, nicks. So that thing keeps coming. The second hit reduces it to a nothing. It just falls back with an arrow in its skull. The third hit, on the one that comes through, is decently damaging. In fact, it's enough for a system shock, which it makes. So let me get this through.
Oh, absolutely.
So, excuse me, the second one is the one that is surviving.
Oh, yes.
Bum, bum, bum. As they come close enough, totally tormented, the Gaunt, who had to wait, is back to 1 attack only.
Same. I was like,
and then he rotates his shield, and through the bottom of it, as he lifts it, he tries to gut the next one coming through. 17.
Yes.
That hits.
Oh, yeah.
For 5. It somehow survives, though grunts, holding itself together.
Huh, that one's resilient. As I comment to the priest, because he's there with me.
Oh, let me rephrase that. The second one ran in. No, totally annihilated that guy.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Shoved him through the gut, rising upwards, pierces the spine, whatever else it can get.
Comment.
I forgot, because while the guy didn't go down, it meant he continued forward.
Yes.
So a fresh one comes in at the same time. Dominic, roll. Oh God, Dominic needs to be evaluated.
Dominic. No. Oh well, no. He's not specialized in that weapon.
Well, no, he's not specialized in anything yet until he makes the next level.
Exactly.
One slews up to 2's hit party member, 3's recovery, and 4 is hit self. Is he surprised? He is surprised. So as he goes to lunge on this guy, it skips off weirdly and either hits his forearm or other portion of his body. It's pretty significant, whatever it is. It pierces back through the shield and jabs him in the arm.
That's fine. Yeah, at that point, I will use my movement to shove him towards the priest so that I take up.
No, the priest uses his opportunity to touch him. You don't need to shove anything.
That's right. No, I don't. I can't. No. You're right. You're correct. Correcto.
I mean, you don't need to.
Yeah, I don't need to. He can heal him right there.
He's been opt. And then so he finishes out. He's technically 5th, so he can hold an op, or he can hold a prepped spell for 5 rounds.
Oh yeah.
He just utters the last part.
That's right.
I hope you're worth it. Bing.
He wasn't.
Fixes plus con because it's a casted spell.
He wasn't worth it. I deep down believe he is, but...
Well, of course he is. I'm just checking to see what if he has a con adjustment.
Which is important.
He's got decent hit points for his level.
He does, actually. Think about it.
Almost there.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Dominic does get +1 to hit points. So 5 +1 for the priest spell, +1 for his hit points. He's totally refreshed.
Oh, he was worthy indeed. I didn't even know that was a 5. Yeah.
And the priest is like, you know what you owe me? 5 gold. What? That's just what is said. By the way, you guys on the right might want to duck, he says. Paladin, who's been opt, ducks.
Yep, ducking. Duck. And I'll...
But you're not on the right, you're on the left.
Oh,
so
that's right.
if you want to.
That's correct. No. Nope, that's correct. You're correct. I am on the left.
Actually, I might not be correct. Hold on, let me check.
I'm on
No, you are on the right, but you moved to the left when DaGaunt went forward. So that Gregory could be pulled back.
Yes, because DaGaunt's on the right side. I'm on the left
and
side.
And Tiana kind of joins you all chummy and touched Dominic. So,
yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, well, Gregory was pulled back even further after
after the priest.
Kiana came.
After the priest came over and shoved.
So you don't need to duck, but Kiana, as you speak, because this round he didn't move.
Yeah.
But he cast a spell, so he didn't. So he doesn't get to move, because casting a spell before movement equals no move.
But I get to do a wonderful thing. I get to.
But he tells everybody else to do that, and they duck, and the paladin shakes his head like, "Oh, now you've been exposed."
I will pull the priest over on my side in this case. I've got the movement.
Yoink.
Yoink.
As you do that, Estienne launches a crossbow bolt towards the nearest target and regrets everything that exists in his life. He goes to actually pull the bar, just yank the bar by squeezing it. He's got it lined up, but for whatever reason, not only does the bolt ricochet weird, he thought it was going to hit him, so he dropped the crossbow. He would do that anyway. I got loose weapon.
Okay, he lost the weapon.
But it's tethered, so it doesn't really go anywhere. But the bolt itself just kind of goes, yeah, good luck finding me.
It was a good thing I pulled the priest then, because
no one else can melee or range at this point. Because you guys are holding a...
Yes. Oh, well, Dominic tried to kill something.
Well, I'm just saying, no one else can do anything this round.
Oh, yes. Confirmed.
So they have all slow mode rushed over. The ones that fill the line go the following round. So we go back into initiative. Those that are opt, but they can't really do anything unless the front line decides to get out the way.
I am only...
The front line can't get out the way, nor would they even think of it. So, 6-sided.
Yes, I'm only opting my weapon, so I rolled a 3.
You didn't actually attack this round?
No, I didn't attack this round. I used my movement to pull the priest.
Woo! Okay. When do you go?
I rolled a 3, so I go on a 1.
Movement goes on 1.
Movement goes on 1. My weapon goes on 4.
Is there anything you want to do for movement?
I will reposition myself behind Dominic. Since I
Kind of pretty sure you went last round, so I think you get 2 attacks.
No, I did not go last round. I did not get an attack at all. So
Nothing got close enough for you to attack.
I was going to ask about Dominic's thing, but what I did, the main focus on this was I used my movement to pull the priest.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
I did not attack.
You didn't have anything to attack last round.
I know Dominic hurt himself.
That's not what I want to hear. The answer was yes or no.
No, I don't know if I...
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Don't go elaborating on things when it doesn't matter. Okay, so now you have something to attack.
Yes.
And you get to go on...
3. Movement.
Then you go first. You go first. Well, movement is 1.
Yeah.
Attacks 3.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get to go first unless you're doing something movement-wise.
No.
Okay.
So I get to attack.
So there are people who have arrived.
Yes.
A person wielding an axe, a person with a sword.
I'll go for the axe.
Okay. That one's in front of Dominic, so you're kind of like jab.
Yes. That one is... hold on, I'm counting. AC 3. Oh, wait.
Oh, that hits.
They're slowed, so even more. More than AC 3.
It hits.
-1. Oh, no. AC 3.
Unless you hit AC 6.
Oh, yeah, no, I hit.
Actually, if you hit AC 7, you missed.
That is a good point.
Go ahead.
I did hit, so I'm rolling damage.
Yep, please do.
I rolled you a 10 total.
You jack it up. It falls over. Let me go ahead and roll something real quick. Regardless of whatever I roll, it goes down like a sack of potatoes. It just drops.
Well then. But that is my only attack this round.
On 3.
Yes.
4. 5. Okay. Obviously, the priest kind of like, okay, we got things in hand. Drops to 1 knee. Just in case.
Oh, yes.
And then just kind of like slowly yanks you down. And Dominic drops to 1 knee with his shield ready up high. And then, because Kiana is not in his normal position, no matter. And at that point, taking their op is Livia,
Yes.
who fires her crossbow, and she does not roll a 1.
Yeah, that's an
and plus 4 to hit, so
yes.
yeah. Oh,
Oh.
damn. She just misses. I rolled an 8, so...
Oh, that is a just miss. Yeah, you're right.
Well, 20 minus 12 is an 8. And she needed a 6, so yeah, just missed, I guess. She starts reloading, as does Estienne, because they're not being attacked from behind so far.
So far, yes.
So far as we know, hello. DaBun and Dominic. Dominic had dropped to 1 knee for movement.
Yes.
He lunges under the shield for another stab at the one that's just behind the one coming in, and he leans far. Missing. 7 plus 4 is 11. Missed worse than Livia did.
Oh, okay.
The gaunt cuts into the one directly in front of him. With a 16, that'll hit.
Ooh.
He grunts, killing that one what would appear to be outright.
Hey,
And then he just steps forward like it's time to go.
I got a fun tidbit question. How tall is
Yo.
Dominic?
Dominic?
Yeah.
Well, he's 5'8".
Okay, I'm gonna tell him.
And when he's crouched at this point in time, because of how he's leaning, he's about 4'4", 4'8".
Okay. I was gonna say because he's the same height as me. Aim for the knees.
Well, he's stabbing at whatever he can.
I know he is. That's why I asked.
And as you know, for freebie, unless you're casting a spell, yeah, you can absolutely say, aim for the knees. He's like, if I can get it, I'm gonna stab it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, no. That's why I asked. I wanted to know, and he's done all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand what he's doing.
All right, other people are slowly piling in. They'll be here next round.
Yes, and it's gonna be almost. This is gonna be the last round.
Supposedly, they're going to be showing up this next round. First, I need to roll their morale as they're fall left and right on their way to this hidden doorway. Oh, that totally made fudge.
Oh, they're determined. There's something more frightening to them than what's in front of them right now.
There has always been
and that is
something more frightening
always been
to them.
I've kind of noticed with how the
that
morale goes.
you've sussed out over time, I assume.
Yes. Well, now we know there's an orc involved.
It's not about the orc.
I was saying an orc is involved, meaning that it's not the orcs. It's more than that.
Well, the orcs in this case, the standard orc count is 30 to 300 in most random rolls for encounters. In this case, you know for a fact it's not that. It's definitely magic and religion.
That's right, yes. So back
orcs pissing going, oh my god, would not freak them out as much as, say, an ogre or something more powerful religion.
Yes, which is religious. In this case, this is a religious one. So back to the combat. I'll narrow down some stuff.
Last round of your setup.
Yep.
Roll an ish.
Yes, I need to do that. 4.
All right, I got a 3, but that doesn't actually matter because there's negatives to it. So, your movement, I assume, goes on 1 or
2. In this case, 2, because a 4 minus 3. Wait.
Yeah. You go into 4 minus 3 is 1.
1. I was used to the 2 minus 2 stuff.
Oh.
So no, a 1. I go on a 1 for movement.
Okay.
In this case, I'll stand up and I'll follow DaBun.
Who stepped into the area? Yeah, being engaged by 2 people, but they seem so slow. He finds them boring.
I figured he does.
So you slink between him and Gregory. Gregory lowers his bow, arrow knocked.
Yep, I get behind DaBun so that Gregory still has some view. So
and your weapon speed comes out to
a 4.
Armor or ace or initiative 4.
Yeah, because it's 3 plus 1 in this case, so it's a weapon speed of 3, and I go on 1, so it goes on a 4.
Now, is that 3 already counted into your dex?
No.
So you go. So the weapon itself normally goes with the weapon speed of what?
3.
The weapon itself is 3, not counting your adjustment.
Not counting for adjustment of dex.
So the staff is normally a 3 weapon speed.
Yes, because that's how its magics are. It's a
Oh, it's a magical staff. Okay, that's all you needed to say.
Yeah.
I was kind of confused for a minute there.
Yeah, it's a magical defender Logitong.
Okay, yeah, no, that's no problem. I was confused for a moment because I'm like, I know that staff isn't a 3 weapon speed.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, so you go on 1, it goes 3 after, so 4, yeah.
Yes.
Like normal. And that's just magic, not dex, which is good
Yeah.
because you're not double dipping your dex, which is a problem with some people.
Absolutely. I always
Not
make
you.
sure. I know. I always made sure my weapon speed.
So there's two coming in, and did you attack once last round?
Yes, I did.
So you get 2 this round.
Yes.
So there's 2 coming in as you come up behind.
The gaunt.
You see a long sword on the left and an axe on the right. Both are trying to come in on.
All right, I'm gonna go for his offhand, the gaunt's offhand side.
The shield side.
Actually, he would swing better at his shield side, so his.
No, he has a shield side.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the ease if the baby. Sorry.
Of defending himself?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. Pick a side.
All right, I'm gonna go for his shield side.
Sure.
So the one coming on to him on his shield side.
He's not surprised, so he'll just adjust his shield too. So
I will not count that too because that was not a roll. It bounced out of my hand.
I didn't even hear that.
7.
But you rolled a 2, sort of. Moving on. What you got?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, AC -1.
Oh my God! Yeah, you hit AC 6. So, sorry. With the +4, you hit AC 10.
Oh no, that is with the +4. I have a modified THAC-O. please.
For him being slowed with a +4.
Yeah.
Okay. You still hit. It doesn't fucking matter.
I know. I needed to clarify that I wasn't.
Go ahead and roll damage, please.
I am. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points of damage.
Yeah, no, that one just makes him. You eviscerate him. You just swing your crescent section of the blade up, just disembowel him all the way up to his chin. You spin, and you have 1 attack left.
I do. I need to give. I'm gonna opt it. I'm gonna opt the second attack.
Are you seriously going to? You have momentum, right?
I know.
So you did a rising slash with the rotate. You have another slash coming up, or you don't have a slash at all.
I'm going to go it. No, I'm gonna go for it. All right, the second one coming in.
Because if you halt it, you might as well just wait. That's how momentum works.
Absolutely. So no. I'll continue the momentum. I had to think about it. I'm like, no. I'll just continue it.
Well, you lose it, and you'd be doing next round. So
yeah,
go.
I'm continuing. So 19. Well, I definitely hit. That's with that bonus. It's a -9. Woo.
Yeah, when you're doing 5 that 2 attacks is momentum. If you halt in the middle, you don't get to continue.
Yeah.
Unless you're using a bow, at which point in time you hesitate on the arrow and then you release it.
11 points.
Another bonus of being a bow user that people don't catch on to. So go ahead.
That was 11 points of damage. I did 1 less damage than the last.
Yeah, you split the other one from the top down.
Sorry.
And
the
the screams and whatnot, you know for a fact, have not been ignored. However, nothing has come through the connecting doors. You are literally in a fucked up room.
Yes.
That you have dominated. You remember one section is actually a pair of privies.
Oh, yeah.
But another one should be going to, because you fought them all before, should be heading towards... Let me freaking get this thing up here. It's none of those. Come on. There we go. Here we go. That would be... The next one goes to an attached guards room that you know for a fact should have guards in it, since this guard room has been replenished. This room is filled with 15 bunks. It's made initially for all the guards patrolling the area to sleep here on and off in cycle. You have killed 10 hobgoblins.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to go-ish. And oddly enough, the guard station to the north did not come through the door. nor did the room that you know was originally assigned to the Hobgoblin Chieftain. Completely no response. You would assume that the next most powerful Hobgoblin would have took the throne. Did they leave? Are they coming? Who knows?
At that point, that's when I look at Gregory with the glance of the eyesight of going, they should have been coming.
I would run. If I knew who was coming and took out their original chieftain, I'd run.
That would make sense if they don't want to come here already. But
where would I run to, since I don't know this complex? We fell back after going all the way down to this other place.
This location.
He's trying to spark his memory on if you guys had gone beyond this and the other room.
We've gone to the north that has the guards, and we've gone to the other door that had the Hobgoblin Chieftain of the time. In this room, we got ambushed.
But what's past the guards? Do we remember what's past the guards? Did we even look in there?
There's the full armory, which led to the... Wait, the full armory leads to the guards.
The secret door that leads to the barracks room with all the bunks.
Yes.
North and to the left is a privy. North directly is a door that went into a guard outpost.
Yes.
If you enter the privy and you open another door, you end up in the chieftain's room behind the curtain. If you go into the guard room, defeat the guards, and make a left through another door, you end up in the chieftain's throne room. Pretentious as it is.
We ended up in the throne room and his curtain room.
So let me give you a question. Ahead from the guard station that has not responded so far should have been 20 feet leading to a series of stairs going up.
Yes. We don't know what's the stairs leading up in the guard.
And right now, I think we should call it here.
Oh yes,
but
this is.
But right now, as you guys speak, and the slow has worn off.
Yes.
Gregory and you have come to the determination that the people who should be around here, pretentious as they may be, have not shown up. And they may or may not have heard that we're coming. And we've already defeated their strongest warriors.
Yes, and on top of that, there's stairs going up that we never gone up to because we had to retreat.
So be it. However, at some point in time or another, we either defeated the ground level stuff that was left behind, or we retreated from here after we cleared what we thought we cleared.
We retreated here from when we thought we cleared stuff because the ground level stuff, we cleared up what we thought was the ground level stuff. And we gone up here because of the notation of the Hobgoblin Chieftain.
Alright, so we're closing here.
We are closing here.
And just make notes that you're in F.
Oh.
I was going to say Foxtrot. 31, which is the barracks.
Yes. Okay.
To the north of you is access to the guard room.
Yes, the guard room, and then the west was the privy, which led to the curtains to the.
Yeah, to the north of the room, and then west is a shitter.
Yes.
With a door that connects to another place.
Yes, so thank you all for being here. We were glad to have done this, and actually we've gone pretty far.
Yeah, we went decently. Well, we doubled backed on things that you've already done. But again, the nature of this place seems to filter back in with more humanoids from different areas.
Yes, so...
Which is why occasionally you'll get overflow raids on keep.
Oh, yes, that's true. But thank you all for being here. It was a wonderful time. Sunday we might be doing something. I'm not going to hold us to that level of commitment, but we might be doing something.
Well, Sunday is supposed to be Mech Warrior, right?
Yes. That's why I said...
and we haven't been able to set up any of the campaign stuff.
No.
And I think that since we're stuck on vanilla, which is whatever.
The mods did update recently, so I do know the workshop updated stuff.
Well, you guys do you.
Oh no, I was
and I will update as you guys update.
I was just.
I love the updates. I like the. I do like the mods, but right now, since they introduced clans, the only thing I'm sad about is they didn't introduce the non-omnimechs, like I don't know, the Warhammer Mark II.
Yes.
Which is my favorite mech. Period.
Oh, absolutely. So we'll see you guys next time. Good night, good day.
Maybe D&D. I don't know. It's up to.
Yeah. Good night, good day.
Peace.
Yeah. Good night, good day, good evening, or whatever time it is for you. Thank you for being here. Hope y'all have a good day. Goodbye.